You guys want to be voice live? Okay, you are.
As a fan of the Alien series of movies and shows now at this point, I guess, um, I enjoyed Alien Earth, but I could obviously see how some people wouldn't like it. And if you, especially if you aren't like a bigger Alien fan, you probably don't like it. And and as much as like I hesitate to call myself a fan of Alien because there are some people who they are, so much more fanny than I am. But I mean, I've seen every movie. We'll put it that way, and I've enjoyed them all, with the exception of four. I mean, I enjoyed that when Panda and I watched that together.
Don't
Yeah.
gatekeep yourself.
Are we talking
Um,
about jump into lava one, or are we talking
yeah,
about?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. When Panda and I watched,
I
we
don't
watched
know.
three together
Lava
too.
one?
We watched three
Yeah.
together as well, and three was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But no, we we made that movie fun, dude. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
that movie
Oh.
was not great, but we made it real fun.
It's hard to like rating movies that you watch with your friends
Yeah.
because
It's way different.
yeah. Like,
Also, happy
my
birthday,
buddy-
Ellie.
Yeah.
Yes, happy
Hi,
birthday,
Terran
Ellie.
Alien.
Hi,
Hey,
Darren
Average Bear.
Alien.
And I
mean,
watched
give people their snails.
the Velma series on HBO,
Yeah.
which is really bad. But since we were watching it, it was really good and funny because we were shitting on it the whole time and doing shit like there's a side character doesn't have a name, but she's like a hot goth girl with like a side hair, like half shaved head with white hair. And she was on for a split second, and JB went, "Wait, go back and pause." I went back and paused. So every time like she would appear on screen, she was like a reoccurring background character. But every time she'd show up, I'd just pause and be like, "Ah, there she is, the dream girl." We can never talk to her; she has no lines. But
That reminds me of when we watched that Shark Doll movie.
yeah,
Oh,
Like
good
I'm
old Shark
fairly
Doll.
certain I wouldn't enjoy that myself, but because you guys were there, it was so much fun. And I'm like,
Oh.
yeah, this movie's great.
Classic Shark Doll
Also, what time is it?
is a classic.
713.
Mm.
Panda, you don't remember the joke?
No, I don't. Oh, yes, I do now.
I love that. Yes, I do. Know.
Yeah. I was like, what? I'm tired.
That's fair.
The espresso has not
okay.
made its way through
I'm
my
not-
system yet.
I'm not giving out all the snails today. Because it's Ellie's birthday, I'm going to give Ellie hers, and then everybody else can wait. It's going to take time.
I think that's okay.
In fact, Ellie, you're going to get double snails.
What?
Yeah,
Spoiled.
that's how generous we are. There she is. Here are your double snails. Hold on a second. It's being a jerk. Hold on. Wait a second. Hold on. Wait a goddamn second. Jesus Christ. Okay, there you go. All you had to do was wait. I don't know why you got so impatient. It's crazy. They're not real snails. They're just like it's like a meta currency thing we do.
Speaking
You
of
get, like,
snails,
ravenous for them. Good lord.
I saw a thing at, I don't remember if it was Hobby Lobby or Michael's, but one of those places, because we were doing some craft stuff this weekend, and they had a Halloween decoration that was a skeleton snail, and I was like, they don't have bones. Like at all. It's just like the weirdest thing. I was like, they don't have any
their
bones.
whole thing. Like their whole thing.
It was really funny. I should have
Their
taken a
whole
picture
shit.
of it to put in the snail repository. I didn't think
Should've.
about it till after I left. I was like, oh, I should have taken a picture of that. But yeah, I was just like, I don't understand. They don't have bones.
I've seen that same thing before, but it reminded me of the snails quote from Elden Ring, which are snake skeletons and then the skull, or the shells of the big skull.
Oh yeah.
Where they're not really snails; they're just a snail-like entity. And the fact that they have a body that retreats into a shell, and they don't have limbs. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I can turn the up saturation down on my freaking camera now that I actually have light in my room.
Ellie says Alien 4 has Ron Perlman and the one-take basketball throw, so it's not
Yes.
too bad.
Yes, it
Yeah.
does, and but that movie is hilarious because if you watch it and just don't take it seriously, it's awesome.
It's true. Like if you're not trying to be like, what's a good way to put it?
Yeah.
Taking it, the
Yeah,
canon
like,
and all
oh,
that jazz.
Aliens 1 was a masterpiece of horror. Alien 1. Aliens was like an action thing. It was amazing. And then you get to 4 and you're like, oh, I can't wait for this to be as good as those ones.
Yeah.
No, treat it like The Hobbit and just enjoy what you're getting, okay?
All right, we're going Face Live.
Okay, I guess.
None of us have time for this. Whatever this is.
Whatever
I don't
we're
know.
doing here.
I'm just saying shit, man.
Oh.
I'm exhausted. But hello. Hopefully nobody has a green line around them when they talk. Everyone try.
Let's
talking.
try.
I have words.
Do I
Speaking of
see-
It's Time.
Okay, cool.
To duel?
No, I watched Liam Neeson in The New Naked Gun.
Oh,
And
yes.
he
Yes.
fucking knocks out Bruce Buffer.
Yes.
he just
Damn.
It is real fucking funny.
Ellie, they would be considered as comedies to you because you're silly.
Yeah.
Watch more Hellraiser. And then,
Um,
once you get to a certain version, it's fine. It's basically a comedy. You're right.
We have such sights to show you. I saw recently on Facebook Marketplace a toothpick holder, which was Pinhead. It was a bust of Pinhead, and it had holes in it, so you could put toothpicks in it.
nice.
All right, fair enough.
That's
Fair
what I would
enough.
clean my teeth with.
Ugh.
And pick your teeth, thank you.
Faith. I was trying to say face like Mike Tyson, but then it just comes out as
Yeah,
faith.
that's what I thought you were saying,
Kinda
or
lose the
thought you
whole-
were doing. So yeah.
Stick a toothpick in my face.
So I'll admit, recap is going to be a little hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for reasons. Look, I discovered it wasn't my fault, okay? It's technically our audience's fault, okay? Because if they had been here, they could have been like, hey, you're muted,
That is
That's all
true.
you
That is
guys.
true.
you know?
He's gonna
But they
blame
abandoned
all of
us.
you.
I had no way of knowing, because when I looked, it wasn't muted. Something technically bad happened in Streamlabs that I had no way of knowing. Unless someone was
No
like,
way.
oh my god, Kiken, you're muted. Oh no, he's got his AirPods in, he can't hear us, oh Jesus. You know? But that didn't happen, so, we lost about 2.5 hours of content on that one. That hurts! So, that would have been the entire ritual for Sherlock.
Yes.
That was the last part of the session. The conversation with the dwarf guy on the ship. The Avar.
Yeah.
I don't know, what else? It sounded like Molly was going to do the recap without rolling, so...
Oh, no. I was just saying recap was going to be hard today.
Okay, well then I guess you guys can roll.
Boo.
It's
Oh, I'm not even in.
I don't remember who did it last time.
I did it last
Did
time.
Panda do it last? Oh, you did.
I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not
Okay,
gonna do
so
it
it's
last time.
between Dave and Panda.
My mouse stopped working. There we go.
Hit 0. 1.
Why did it scroll me all the way?
Oh, it's because I don't have. Who broke into my house and turned off numbers lot? God damn it!
I feel like at work I feel like that because whenever I get there and hook up to the dock, it always shuts it off.
Yeah.
Boo.
Who
What a
could have
surprise.
foreseen this?
Man, and you rolled pretty good for you, too.
I
That
rolled above a
sucks.
10.
Yeah, he rolled mid,
above
which is great
par.
for him.
Yeah.
He rolled perfectly mid, and it was like, damn, that's a good roll for Dave.
Yep.
And here comes Panda with 2 numbers away from the highest he could roll.
All right. So I tried to watch the video to
Have to keep
get the
rubbing
recap.
this in.
and I was unable to. So instead, I watched myself talk about competitive gaming. No, not really. I did not watch myself talk about competitive, but I did put out a YouTube video yesterday about that. No, so let's see. Oh man. What did we start off with even? I don't even remember. I just know I was able to
actually
go.
had audio.
Yeah, it did. It did.
Yeah.
And I listened to it, but that was also now over 10 hours ago, I feel like. So
Fair.
Okay.
Well, I can help you on that because that I can remember real well.
I just know I went
you did shopping.
Yeah, that's all I remember.
I did library stuff.
Uh-huh.
And Sam went to go talk to Kotega about cinnamon drugs. Totally.
Okay.
But that's also where
and
the
because
audio
of that
started.
too, I also remember dealing with the guy who was really bad at being a following, sneaky, stealthy dude, and then also really bad at like handing stuff off, and then also just really bad at being anything illicit at all. This guy was just really, really bad at that, and he should probably go like straight and have an honest job because he really is not good at the thievery aspect of things.
And a frogman.
Well,
mentioned
yeah,
a frogman.
I don't know. I was like the cat guy, but no. So yeah, I talked to that guy. I snuck up on him, and then he was gonna give me a package, and we were like, "Is it drugs? It's probably drugs." And then we went and got it, and it's not drugs. It's like a fancy box of some kind of special origin that I'm pretty sure has to do with my old master, and I'm been trying to open it through various magical and non-magical means. I remember doing that.
That's right. You came to the conclusion that it is possible you had to be asleep to open it.
Yes. I know Sam went on. Was it? It was last time Sam went on the boat to check on Lamia's body, and that's when he found out Lamia's body's been crying.
That was the time before that.
Before that? Okay. What did Sam do?
I don't remember.
Sam slept until the ritual.
I don't think I did anything for like the first hour.
I know you went and talked to Kotega, but that was about it. We had that conversation with her.
Ritual.
Okay. I bought a lot of stuff. I know that. Because I have my notes from that, but that's why I was like, I know I went shopping, but I don't remember much else. So
we never checked if Rahala got the platinum leg melted or anything like that, because you got distracted by this.
Yeah, I was,
and then figuring out the box
from that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, Sam ran across the like super fast thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, I was out. I was doing good
because he kept making
animals.
Sonic the Hedgehog jokes.
Yeah. I was feeding chili dogs to like the stables and horses and cows and whatever. And
so I remember that.
I noticed my chili dogs. My potatoes kept falling out of my bag.
Oh man.
And it's a cat-like being, and apparently it's the same one that they witnessed hauling ass out of the area where we were going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Don't know what I'm gonna do with that, but information. But yeah.
You joined in on the ritual. You sung, and it seemed to help. Actually.
Yeah. I rolled pretty decent on doing stuff. So. Yeah.
I'm doing the Harley voice.
Yeah.
We left off before they could start a real honest conversation.
Yeah.
Who said I'm gonna be honest?
Everything your character's done up to this point.
Oh. It's been a ruse.
You've been an honest and trustworthy individual.
Y'all never rolled a sense motive on me this entire time.
I don't roll sense motives on anybody.
Yeah. Well, because you don't, like, everybody knows you're not supposed to roll them on bad guys. You're supposed to roll them on your allies.
Yeah, which is you. So why has no one rolled one on you?
Yeah.
Panda, we've already made this joke, And that was the time to do it, because that would have been the most treacherous time. So I don't believe you. Sorry. You're full of shit.
I mean, he is, but you don't have to tell him.
Apt.
You can just let him be
we're
that
not
way.
at the end of the campaign yet, guys. This would not be the time for a reveal. Like,
Oh, that is true. That is true.
You know.
Turns out Sam was a lizard person all along.
No,
I
snake.
actually have
the snake
a
person.
grab attack with my tongue that I've never used. I can grab things up to 15 feet away. I was looking at animals earlier, and giant chameleon was one of them. I just don't want a medium-sized chameleon. It's real big.
You know, not everyone does. That's fair.
I think I do.
I don't know that I would.
Options
either.
Options
are large and medium.
Anyways,
okay.
Yeah, man-sized chameleon is a little.
Yeah, let's go.
A little terrifying. Just saying, it's a little scary.
You guys remember the lizard that Obi-Wan Kenobi rides in the second Star Wars movie when they're on Kenosha? I want one of those. It's basically a giant monitor lizard. Yeah, it's the second one and the third one. I think it appears in both. But it's when they're on. I think it's when they're on Kenosha. It's when they're escaping from, or they're not escaping. It's when General Grievous is trying to escape from him.
Yeah,
and he's like chasing him down. It might be the third one. They blur together.
Yeah, it's the third one.
Okay, yeah. Anyways, I want one of those. That's all my point was. Is I just want a cool lizard mount that is basically a giant monitor lizard. That'd be dope.
Yeah, it's the one where Cody blasts and hits nearby, doesn't hit the lizard, and the lizard harmlessly lands in the very deep puddle, and is completely fine and not hurt at all.
Yeah, totally, exactly. You nailed it.
That's interesting, though. Yeah.
Anything else happen?
Well, I mean, in that scene, General Grievous gets murdered. No.
No.
So and so.
I don't remember if anything happened last week. Sorry.
I don't think anything else happened. Nothing else that I feel needs to be called out that I remember.
Yeah. Oh Lord. Okay.
I agree. By the bank, I don't remember anything else. Oh yeah, he did do the bank thing.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that has not been to the bank.
Yeah, you had to give up. You had to give up some blood.
Yeah, we hand waved mine because we were just trying to get the shopping stuff done, and obviously I would have to go to the bank to get money. But yeah, so both Sam and I have been.
Yes. They take some of your blood so that it acts as an extra layer of security over your things. So yeah, there you go. Now Sam just needs to make sure that they have blood samples from everyone that he put on his account, so they can actually come withdraw from it.
That's a lot of blood.
Oh. Speaking of blood, Summon Snake just mass positivity Giselle. Oh, and then he said something kind. Hey, Giselle, why don't you read out what Snake said?
Very rude, Kiken. Mr. Snake says, "You're amazing at RP. Thank you, I appreciate that. It's the closest I'll ever be to an actor."
You're not allowed to self-depreciate during positivities. Okay? That's the rule. Now read what Ellie said as punishment.
Yeah.
Ellie says I'm a sweet person.
Period.
You
don't get to add anything negative to it. Yeah.
That's why I muted myself, sir.
Anyway. Alright, so now we get to all say stuff.
Okie doke.
I'm still trying to get my brain to be, like, actually active. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
I like how enthusiastically, when I said, it's time, which is the Bruce Buffer thing. It's the Buffer thing. As Dave and Patrick know, because we are in that.
It takes all of my mental fortitude.
And he's gone.
Oh, he froze.
Oh no, poor Panda!
Say it's time like that. But yeah. Okay, well, since he froze,
I like having. What?
You froze. We didn't hear any of what.
Just go ahead and go.
No, you're unfrozen. Talk now.
No.
It's the Bruce Buffer thing. We know.
Yeah. appreciate that she has a different point of view and knowledge set that will allow jokes to happen as well. I appreciate having another friend that does not just have the same train of thought all the time that I have. So yes.
Thank you.
I was gonna say, I think that your willingness to, I don't want to say self-deprecate because we're trying to avoid that, but make jokes and willingly include yourself in those frame of jokes and us, like the drawing that you posted in our thing, and do stuff like that to where you are inclusive with all of us and making it a very good like group feeling moment of humor and not taking ourselves too seriously and being able to provide like that levity and just kind of positivity to every interaction. Even when we're doing like serious RP and it's like emotional and tough, you can come out after that and be very, lighthearted and still have that like positivity that is just infectious and allows us all to, I think, just come in here, even though like Keegan's like dog ass tired and I'm always 3 hours of sleep and not enough caffeine running in my body, and Panda stomach hurts and doesn't know whatever. We're all able to come here and be really positive, and part of that's just because you bring that energy to this. Even though most of us are like, I'm like head asleep on my desk and Panda's eyes closed, nodding off. So we still have that positivity and that energy, and that's thanks to you mostly.
Thank you.
I did want to shout out on that drawing as well. I forgot to type it out. I like that you included Dave's desk buddy as a character.
Absolutely.
Yes. I saw that too. Because at first when I just looked at it, I was like, "What's that in the corner?" And then I was like, "Oh, it's a desk buddy! Heck yeah!" Because I always have somebody here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Good.
Let me undie. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay. Or well, no, I didn't undie. Let me revive. Undying is different. So, I appreciate that you're not taking your job's bullshit. That's the thing I appreciate. I won't get too into it because I don't want people like, it's nobody's business like where you work and shit if they don't know you personally. But her job's on some bullshit. They've been on some bullshit for a minute, and she was finally like, I'm gonna do my own thing then. Fine. And I respect the hell out of that. I feel like I've said a bunch of other things already, and I'm like, let me use this one. That was recent. That won't be me retreading old ground.
Yeah.
But as you can see, there's plenty to appreciate. Even chat got in on it. And I'm not going to be mean to my chat. That's a Scott thing. What the fuck? What is that? Because ever since I've been running games over on LI, I felt like the Scottness is like trying to get its claws in me. Like, what the fuck? No.
Can you get that?
No.
Come on, down. Scott, say this.
No.
Very
God damn
silly.
it, no. And also fuck Disturbed.
Yes, Ellie,
What they
Scott
do
is
recently?
a terrible influence.
Recently?
But it'll be fine.
Yeah.
They're just like
Or are they just on general? This is like the Jared Leto.
It's
thing
mostly Draymond is like super aggressively pro Israel, but not in like a okay, like whatever, you have heritage there, so naturally your culture is your culture, but in like a he also became he didn't just like waffles, he hated pancakes. All right, let's just leave it at that. For
Gotcha.
now.
Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah, fuck that guy. So yeah, anyway. Fuck. What? Okay, the music is playing. I'm not muted.
No, you are not muted. I can hear you on the stream.
Yeah, I have the volume
No,
up
you're
right
not
now.
muted.
Okay. I had to be sure.
Oh yeah.
But no, we were at the end, we finished the ritual, right? And
Yes.
Trollhawk had glowed real bright, and then he was like, "Is it done?" And that's where we left off. meat. Do we pick up... The question is, do we pick up the...
She died.
Hold on.
I did.
I'm here. I just, need to do something real quick.
Okay, you died.
Like you took a bite of a
So,
sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here.
I'm just gonna do something. It's really secret, guys. I'm definitely not eating. I did shave. My facial hair was getting fucking nutso. And I work on site, so I can't just
Look like a bum.
I can't just remain homeless looking. So
yeah. I love
good,
nights.
Snake. You infected someone with Pathfinder addiction? That's fantastic. That's a great addiction to have. It only costs you about $1,000 to get started if you're really serious. First edition or second edition? While you answer that, the question is, do we...
What is the question?
Just 2E for now? Oh, yeah. I mean, still, that's something. Do we continue with the Sherlock situation now, or do we jump over to the others so they can be like, I don't do anything, and then come right back to you anyway?
It's fine.
I mean, I'm going to be doing something, but it's not important. It's just going to be a
I know,
dice
you guys
roll.
you guys are trying to get into the box, I know, but... less likely to get mugged in the street? Depends.
Oh, the nice thing about looking like a homeless person is people assume I don't have money.
Why am I at? To be fair, Snake, you do look rich. You unfortunately...
I'm on the dead screen.
You are. Are you ready to not be?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll have to wait until the ritual's complete and see if it works.
All right, fair enough.
I'm kidding. There you go. I believe you, Snake. I'm just saying, if no one had any idea who you are, if you dressed like what's his name, Joffrey or whatever from Game of Thrones, people would be like, I buy it. you just got that noble look, and I don't mean that in a bad way. Oh, I've seen Snake because I was in the Patreon games on the Dale channel with him. They weren't streamed or anything, but. Yep. It was about 20% getting to play Pathfinder and 80% players bickering. But it was really fun. I look back upon it fondly.
I mean,
He
that
still
just
owes
sounds
us
like
one
normal
session.
Pathfinder.
Just calling out those debts right now.
Go ahead and if you were in there, you'd know what we're talking about. Snake knows. But anyway, cool. So let's see if we can wrap up the RP with the bird. So all of this glowing craziness happens. There's this shunt of all of this energy that seemed to have been building up. That entire ritual is absorbed into Sherlock, and we have that brief display. And finally things settle. And the glow fades down, seeming to coalesce into Sherlock's eyes, and then finally he looks mostly like a normal, a Silverhawk as he was again. But there is just this odd keenness to him, the way that he looks around, and as you examine him, you don't feel that same kind of that empathic connection you had before. Not that it was intense magical stuff, but it's just you got him. That is clearly frayed. You don't just read his emotions immediately in the sounds he makes or the movements and stuff, but you kind of can in a different intuitive way, the same way if you nearly bumped into someone and were like, oh, sorry, you would immediately get a sense of whether they were actually irritated at you, whether they accepted your apology, or maybe they just really didn't give a shit. Kind of more in that way of you can tell there's more going on in his head just by looking at him. And then when he very clearly speaks and says, is it done? You hear that, and you can tell some of the others around hear it. As there is a a subdued like cheer that kind of goes around amongst the exhausted participants of the ritual and many of the others who had been just observing and giving encouragement and that kind of thing. It rises from a subdued cheer to a bit of applause and then a much louder. You know how these things tend to build when you have a crowd. It just kind of becomes this very like big celebratory moment just for a second. And eventually a very exhausted Priestess Yelna kind of like, puts the hand up and is like doing the sort of like everybody calm down motions. And they all die down while Sherhawk looks around very confused and then back to you, Sam.
Snell pulls up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, but I don't think it worked. I think we're going to do another 24 hours.
Huh. I get that. Oh, this is a lot. Master, this is I don't know what. Can I still call you that?
I mean, you call me whatever you want. Sam's my name, so.
Yes, Sam. That's the noises everyone else used to make. That was you. That meant you. Mm-hmm. And mine was Sherlock. I don't divine any meaning from the name, but now I understand it more. It's mine.
It sounds like it's a joke. Like,
He's kind of looking around still. So you have, yes, you have sounds for people, because, he kind of retreats a little bit from you. You see, like, the feathers ruffle. Wait, you're all like this? You're all this many sounds in your head? You're all this many... What is this? What are these?
Thoughts?
Yes. Why are there so many of them? They're not supposed to be this many. Why are there so many about eating or sleeping? What? Aren't those simple? What? Is this what it is like for you? For all of you? All the time?
I mean, possibly. The whole eating thing might be a little bit more on your end, but...
No. Wait, okay. What do you want to eat? What do you want to eat right now? See? See?
Yeah, like...
You thinked about it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't... I didn't have to do that. There would just be a food thing, and either I ate it or I didn't. And the only complication was whether or not you told me I could or not. But now there's other stuff. There's like... I don't know, like, the thoughts they're wiggly. Like, I have to like, catch them. Like, I see it and I think, what do I want to eat? But I can't just say yes or no. I have to say, am I hungry? Or what did I eat earlier? Maybe I don't want that now. I've had enough worms today. I want snails, or beetles, or another bird. And now that feels complicated, like I shouldn't eat other birds. But other birds are so good.
I mean, as long as you're not the same bird. You bird. I think that's the idea.
That would be a lot more trouble than it's worth.
Yeah. Ethically, I guess. I'm not out there eating other me's.
Yeah, I get it now. If you're all like this, it's like everyone's a thing. I mean, so I'm Sherlock, but that's who I am, not what I am. Yes?
Yeah.
But there's other things that are what I am, but not who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
we call your type of a silver hawk because of the coloration.
Oh. So there's more of those, but they're different. We're not like the same thing.
No,
I mean, we're
that's
the same
what I was
as
trying
what,
to
but not the same who?
Yeah. So I was going to try and explain. I got a woman notes. I'm so sorry. I can't.
Why did you go first?
It's bothering me so bad.
Get out of here! He's dead
Donato
now.
brought up a good point. You didn't do the ping in Discord.
Oh, yeah. I didn't. Let me do ping. Here comes ping. I'm in the wrong chat. Okay, here comes ping. Pingu. Alright. There we go. Everyone got pinged.
The pig.
Okay,
Ping.
he's not dead anymore.
Yeah. I'm not like just constantly like,
But
yeah.
obviously, Shellhawk is spiraling a bit.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was trying to remember. Like when I talked to you, I mean, I'm assuming you can think back and all the stuff I told you.
Yeah.
About you being different once this was done, and worrying about you talking to your own kind of like they're not going to be able to think like you are.
Right.
But the good news is there are other former there are other beings here that are in your same situation that have become like you. Not exactly other Silverhawks, but other, there's like a wolf, I think. Some of them are actually just like kind of chill, I guess. I don't know. You might talk to them and see if they have any words of enlightenment to pass on. Yeah. Go ahead.
Standing nearby, she seemed to have been over trying to tend to her mother, who was like shooing her away. Does chime in and say, "No, there's plenty. There's lots of animals here that have undergone this same treatment. They're not here all the time. Many have wandered away, but sometimes return. There's a few in attendance now." And you hear from several feet away a very deep, rumbling voice of a very large grizzly bear that says, "It is not so bad. You get used to anything. It's kind of fun once you become accustomed." Sherlock's just looking over at it. Says, "I was really wondering why you weren't trying to eat me." The bear responds with, "It's unbecoming of us. I will eat those who are not as gifted sometimes, when the nature of what I am and what I was for most of my life is strongest. But that is a rare occasion. I mostly stick to the berries and other things." Sherlock looks over to you again, Sam, and says, "But I can still eat bugs, right?" Yeah?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I don't see why not.
Good. Seems happy, kind of wiggles around a little bit. Because I still want to. They're good, and they're so nutritious. Plus, not a lot of people eat them. I'm not having a fight over them all the time, except maybe other birds, but man, I could really take on other birds. I've gotten so strong going around with you. I don't know if there's another Silverhawk that's comparable, you know? And now I think like you. This is incredible.
I hope you think better than me. Just
no.
What does intelligence score go to?
11.
11. I think that's what I have as well. My character sheet's not open.
Yeah, you rolled a little bit under average, I think, because you rolled like a total of 9 to add to his 2.
Okay, no, I'm a little smarter.
Hmm.
I have a 13.
Intelligence? Nice.
Yeah. Because I don't dump stats where I'm from. No, me.
Okay. So I'll get used to it. I'll get used to it.
Mm-hmm.
Good. It's a lot to take in.
Also, if you don't like, because I mean, Sherlock is what I called you. If you think of something else you want to be called, that can be like your first name, last name, nickname, like whatever you want.
Oh, I could make my own name.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. No. I'll keep this one. I know it. I still have to get used to knowing it all the way. But
Yeah.
No. It's good. I'll keep it.
I just wanted to throw that out there because that was something I kind of decided for you. It's a big part of a person, and being what it's called. So.
Deciding? That sounds exhausting.
Your parents decided your name, bro.
Mm-hmm. He goes by Sam. It's not his full name.
Still.
Yeah. His actual name's Alphonse. No, Alphonse Eustace Bags.
You're just taking the name of Eustace Bag from
Eustace Bag.
No, I couldn't think of something after Eustace, so I could only could be.
Yelna finally speaks up.
Yeah,
and will say, "You are welcome to stay here for a while, Sherlock. There are many, as Ravinia has said, animals who have taken on the same gift as you, that reside here even now. There will be more that migrate in as the rains move, maybe even some of your own kind. Believe it or not, I've still yet to meet all of them. It is nice to have old visitors from before my time as priestess stop in, swapping stories. It is one of my favorite things. Perhaps you will enjoy it as well."
It's one of my favorite things.
Oh, yeah, that'd be really nice, but we have a task, don't we? You were really getting ready for something. I don't know what it was, but I know you were getting ready. You were really focused.
Yeah, we gotta go up north and underground again.
Not underground?
Yeah.
Again?
Which, I mean,
Okay.
it's not a place where you do your best work. So if you would like to, you can sit this one out, buddy. You have that option.
No. You're gonna need me, right?
I mean, not if you keep missing stuff when I tell you to drop it on people, but I mean, no.
I very rarely missed. You missed my most triumphant moment. I saved Lamia.
Mm.
I think. I mean, I dropped something and it hit a person that she was fighting.
Mm.
And I'm pretty sure every time I've dropped something on someone, it's saved one of you. At least that's how I remember it.
I remember a lot of snails.
No, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
No, a couple of them he is definitely wrong.
Yeah.
It's had an effect, but it's definitely not always saved you.
I remember a lot of snails disappearing. But no, that's going to be in the next, I guess you understand time better now as well. Week or so.
Yes. He does not seem to understand.
You'll figure it out.
Concept of time, yes, but he hasn't learned.
Yeah. I mean, for now, I mean, you can come back to the inn with us if you want, but I think you might have more a better time staying here and getting used to this for a little bit at least.
Yeah, you think so?
Okay. I mean, it's your decision now. I can't tell you what to do. I mean, I can tell you what to do. It's up to you if you want to decide.
Ravinia chimes in and says, "You can still give him advice. I think
I mean,
he'd
yeah.
appreciate that."
But I keep telling Anya to do stuff, but she don't listen to me.
Well, telling people what to do isn't giving them advice. Sherhawk, it sounds like he thinks it'd be a good idea for you to stay, which you're more than welcome to do. Okay. Yeah. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll try it.
You might ask some of these other folk here, like yourself. You know, what are some things that you learned that were super useful starting out and whatnot? You know, get a little cheat sheet.
Yeah. I should start. I should start figuring things out. Right. You gave me this for a reason. Probably not just to tag along wherever you go, right?
To be able to take care of yourself is the main idea.
I mean, I could take care of myself before, but I can do a lot more than that now.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I'll do. I'll figure out. You guys go and do stuff all the time. I'll figure out what stuff I'm gonna do. Yeah. Okay. I can do that. If that's all right with you. If you need me, and I find out that you needed me and told me not to come with you, I'm gonna be really upset.
Yeah. I might have a mission for you as well if you don't end up coming with us. It might take some time. So.
Okay. Then just make sure you come see me before you leave. Or I'll find you if I figure something out.
Yeah. I mean, you can probably I mean, you remember what the place we're staying kind of looks at, you know? And you probably remember what the boat looks like. So you can probably find somebody to figure out where we are there.
I do. I can figure that out. Thank you. Thank you, Sam. That feels weird. But this is incredible. I don't know. I don't know what else to say.
What was up with that tiger in that dream? Was it like, did it have a beef? Was it just trying to eat you? Or was that like the representation of something nefarious in our life? Like some kind of evil spirit or like evil god that was trying to like pit you down? Do you remember that?
I remember the tiger, yeah. I think he was like I am now. I don't know what else was happening there. I don't even remember where it was. I don't think I'm from here.
Well, I'm not. So.
Yeah. I don't think I am. None of the stuff here is as big. I mean, it's big, but it's not as big. You remember the tiger was really big, and all the trees were really big, and I
thought I was just small because you're also big.
Oh no! I'm the runt. For sure.
Sam's he immediately like thinks of all the animals that have been born on a farm and like how small the runt is compared to others, and he goes,
yeah. He goes, not counting the unhatched, but I was by far the smallest. It's a miracle I even lived long enough to meet you. So, yeah, I thought for the longest time maybe we were just far away, or maybe I'd gotten a lot bigger and you had gotten smaller, but no. No, I think I'm from somewhere else.
Well, that's something we can look forward to in the future. And you could probably ask about yourself, like, hey, where are animals really big at? Sorry, I just got the notification that we're live. Excuse me.
And, oh, hold on. Where is it? Which one's Panda?
Sorry.
Okay, he's not done. I really need to label these with people's names. They all are just "you died," and then I have to click on them and see who they highlight before I know who to actually pick. You good?
Yeah, ask where animals are really big at. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll figure things out. Don't worry about me.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
Well, I suggest if you're really tired, which you probably are, because you've also you've been taking naps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel great. I slept actually pretty good. That whole like song thing, it like lulled me to sleep a bunch of times, and I had these really vivid dreams, but they didn't wake me up or anything. I feel pretty fresh. Everyone else
I'm
is
probably
tired,
gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna probably go collect Hattie. She looks like she's. How'd she bring that comfort cloak with her? I didn't see. Anyway,
she definitely did.
Yeah, I see a ball. That's probably a cloak. That's her.
Yeah, you saw her like stand up and kind of cheer when everybody was cheering, and she is now asleep in that amount of time.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go pick her up and head back, or maybe sleep here. I don't know. I'm tired. I should probably go back. Eli was looking for me the other day, and I wasn't there, and I think everything was falling apart because I wasn't there. So even if I'm asleep, I guess I should be there.
Okay. Well, that's fine. We'll see each other again. It's just going to be weird being apart for a while.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not disappearing immediately, so I guess if you have questions or whatever, you can come holler at me, or everybody here. I guess we'll look after you as well.
He doesn't nod. He just kind of bounces in a way that you're starting to realize is probably his way of nodding. Now that he's sentient and is maybe attempting a bit of mimicry. But he seems to be like he's kind of like wandering a little bit to maybe look for somewhere to fly. He's kind of got that look about him, like he's going to take off. Then he stops and hops his way back around. He says, "Wait a minute. Speaking of Eli, that guy, I have a bone to pick with him. He turned into a bird, and I could talk to him, and then he never did it again. What the hell? I kept trying to talk to him, and then he wouldn't do it."
Well, you should give him the silent treatment from now on.
No.
That's what I do when I'm being petty.
I haven't.
Let me teach you pettiness.
I've been yelling at him ever since I knew he could understand me. That's why sometimes I would just shriek out of nowhere, because I knew he could hear me.
Oh my god.
Just Eli just...
I have given you the gift of understanding and sapience. The first lesson I shall teach you. Pettiness.
Yes. The most important thing in the world. How to be petty.
Can you fucking imagine just being dead asleep and then like all of a sudden you hear like an eagle screech in your ear? It's just a fucking giant hawk standing near you. Like, hello? I beg your finest pardon.
Redtail H. WAV.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He's just like, yeah, I don't know. That, oh, yeah, I was mad. I can't believe he could do that whole time. He could speak bird.
Yeah. I mean, the best I can do is mimicry, but, you know.
Well, look, if you ever learn to turn into a bird, well, you know who to talk to. I'll show you the ropes.
Yeah. I just don't. I think I keep trying to pick up stuff with my wings. Is the only issue I could see going. Like, my feet become my hands.
You gotta get used to using your talons and your beak. Your beak is really important.
Oh. I do hold stuff with my mouth every now and then.
Yeah, but your mouth is, like, flat. I don't
Oh,
know what it's really for.
And these are really, like, start, like, pointing at my lips and, like, moving them. Like, I could grab stuff with them. I don't know why.
Yeah, those are weird. Normal birds probably want to eat them, but, you know, I don't know why I know that.
Okay. I'm sure that happens for a little bit.
Yeah, you guys chit chat for a while, and then, however, when you try to go rouse Hattie to, like, get up and head all the way back, she does not want to go anywhere. She's like, no, we're sleeping here. It's comfortable and it's outside, and it's nice, and I don't want to get up.
Mm-hmm.
But if you insist, then she'll get up and go.
I'll see if there's any indoors area, because I know it's like indoors would be better. I'm sure I could set up a camp to, like, cover us, but, you know.
It would. You know, you can get under the trees and stuff and still be out of the rain. Or if you ask around or whatever, they're like, yeah, there's some. They actually seem a little surprised. They're like, hey, is there like an inside that I can go to? Yeah.
To sleep, that is.
Yeah.
Because I know there's obvious, like, yeah. I've been inside areas, but not, like,
yeah.
I don't think a dorm
there's
or
very
like
few. They have, like, a couple of, like, these little small, like, flats that are on the, like, west end of. It's still a bit of a walk, like, it's a little bit of a hike, but they have some little, like, tiny cabins that are set up. But you learn that they were set up very begrudgingly, as, like, the outskirts of this area became a bit of a tourist attraction. So it's like, okay, like, people are complaining that there's nowhere to sleep. They're like, fuck them. Like, no, like, people, like, you know, let's accommodate. So they do have some, like, little cottages set up out there.
Yeah. As somebody who's getting ready to go back on the expedition, I want to sleep inside as much as I can. Like, there's not, like, I want to go to camp after I've been, like, surviving, you know, like, yeah.
Okay, but yeah, there is obviously, like, a small amount of judgment there, but at the same time, it's like, okay, it makes sense, we get it. So
I've also been awake for 24 hours, but yeah, other people have as well. But, like,
yeah, like they're all like, oh, finally I get to sleep on the ground again because it's sleep. But yeah, you head over there. It's the thing is the cabin is really fucking nice. Like, you go in there and it's like, it's obviously put together to appease, like, rich travelers and shit that are coming out here to glamp, you know?
Yes.
And, like, they're the only ones who ever really stay in it. Obviously, none of the clergy ever do. Or maybe, like, some of them have a couple of times and they're like, you know, but. So yeah, it's, like, unused, it's nice and clean, it's fairly spacious, though a little bit flat, and very nice bed.
I don't know why I assume I just tied up Hattie in the blanket and just threw her outside and, like, yeah, my bed. But no, I assume I treat my girlfriend with respect, and
I'm not assuming anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, why would you say you assume? You're the person in control there, mister.
Sometimes I wonder how Sam thinks. So,
oh no, you have to also have this moment where you get in this really nice cabin. It's very cozy, and You realize it's been like the first time in a month that you've actually had some alone time at night with your girlfriend, but you've been awake for 24 hours.
Yeah.
So
Hell no.
it's like, bro, dude, I can't. I need to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
But
so I'll be sleeping probably the 30 hours. No,
I mean, yeah, you got to get at least like 8. You got to get at least 8. You know, you want the endurance, right? But cool. So Sam finally gets to go to sleep at like 1 a.m. So he's been up for 25 hours and is finally getting to rest in one of the little bougie cabins out there. Cool. So we will cut over while Panda tries to make himself a little cot and go to sleep while you guys do stuff. Cut back to the other two of you who were agonizing over this weird box.
So do you want me to just like wake you up if something extra weird happens?
Define extra.
Like, well, like your body floats or something.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely weird. Look, I don't know. I'm still not even sure I want to attempt this right now. I really want to open it, but I don't necessarily want to like end up not here. We're trying to do something very specific, and if I just like in opening this box end up, I don't know, anywhere that's not here, then we can't do the thing we're supposed to do. But I also really want to know it's in the box. Okay, so I'm going to keep the ring on. I'm going to try this with the ring on. And if it doesn't work, then we'll come back to maybe trying it with the ring off. First, I'm going to try it with the ring on. We're going to see what I can do, if I can open it, if we can sleepy time, lockpick this thing. I don't know.
So is the plan to just like sleep, like fall asleep draped over it and hope you open it, or what's the plan?
So I'm gonna go to sleep, and I'm gonna try and cast Psychic Asylum right as I'm falling asleep, and see if I can use that half asleep state in my brain to like figure out what I need to do with that 15 minutes and kind of try and like, obviously I can't move my body. It's a split second, but can try and like organize my subconscious so that way, when I actually fall asleep, I can have that subconscious task of trying to open the box set. Like as I'm in that half sleep mode. That's going to be my attempt first.
Very interesting strategy here. Go ahead and boop Psychic Asylum.
I sure will.
That is going to come down to concentration. Because you're trying to cast it, obviously, at like the moment of drowsiness without A, waking yourself up, or B, failing the spell. There we go. Mm-hmm. Frog in the throat. Psychic Asylum. You retreat into a mindscape of your own making that allows you to perform a lengthy mental task in an instant. It's a swift action spell. Damn. Doesn't even trigger AOs. Okay. I have one question about it. I might have another one. Let me keep reading. Conversation. Here, organizing subconscious. Okay, I have a check for that. The time to prepare a single spell. Nice. Before you can spend. Oh my god. You can speed run a mental effect inside your own head.
I know, isn't that wild? It's such a crazy spell.
Alright, I cast it. Okay, I went in with 2 wisdom damage. I came out with 2 wisdom. What? It's 2. It's 2. I took a lot of wisdom damage before I fought that off. It was bad. I am insane. Also,
I am insane.
Okay. Fix that. Okay, that's the end of that. All right. So, question number one. What is the mental landscape that Eli retreats to? What is a place that provides succor and calm for Eli?
It's just the office. It looks a lot like the office, but it's one of those things where, you go in and it's that like mental landscape where like the storage room just goes back. There's no stop to it, and there's like all these. There's no outside either. If you open the outside door, it's just like darkness and rain, and it's like, okay, but there's no street, there's no like cityscape of Saigon outside. It's just very much that. And there's a blank spot where Mayor's office is because it's just a shut door. If you open it, it's just formless white inside because Eli never goes in there. So it's just formless white inside his office. But the rest of it is just the regular, normal office for the most part.
That's funny.
It's also one of those things where it doesn't have a ceiling. It's just like this dark, misty area above you, because that's not like a thing that ever really enters in his brain. So his conscious perception of his office is just all the stuff at like eye and floor level. He never thinks about what the ceiling looks like. So it's just this weird, misty form, and it's dark and like it's like if you had all the lights on like dimmers, where it's like about half dim, so it's nice and just dim in there. It's not bright. It's relaxing tones.
Oh, Lamia will remind you that there you did say a possible word to open the box, so maybe you might need to think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yanahim.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that was an old Tertian word that I could read but not really understand super well, if I remember right.
Yeah, it was because you don't speak Archaic Tertian,
right?
Yeah, basically a word for, I believe I said it was like a term, almost like to call like a useless person, but a state of uselessness, not a being of uselessness. So like, you just like almost like, okay, you're being lazy today, but there's like a more specific term than that. It was that, or it was for something that is typically at motion to come to rest, or you kind of drilled it down to like sleep or like slumber or stasis, that kind of deal. Yeah, so you figure those out. All right, so we got the Psychic Asylum. You did not recover it, which is fair. Go ahead. So the first thing is to see if you manage to actually get the spell off or lose it.
Okay.
So that, go ahead and click concentration on that, and we'll see how that goes. 33 is bonkers. You gonna keep that?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that 33. Pretty sure math in it, that should be good.
So yeah, you kind of just like sort of going over, like, you know, tying like a few little mnemonic devices to like aspects of it, right? Because it's already like ready and it's quick, but there's like an intensity in that quickness that you're trying to kind of lull out of yourself a little bit here. And yeah, you think you've got it down. You know, there's like maybe a little bit of small talk between you and Lamia. But at a certain point, I mean, Lamia will notice because she doesn't get sleepy. Like obviously he's starting to slow down a lot. Like the words are slurring. You know, it's taking a lot longer for him to form a thought and respond to anything, which he probably still does because he's Eli, and Eli is partially Dave. So you'll have like a solid minute and a half goes by. You're like, okay, I don't think he registered that I spoke. Then he'll be like, no, that's like we'll start responding to it. But
yep.
Those intervals get longer and longer. Eventually, there's the like, you know, the time passes and he doesn't respond. It's more just like oh wait, what did you say? Sorry, and like it's kind of going. He doesn't just go outright to sleep because he's trying to do something. So you kind of have to wait it out. But eventually, with the consistent white noise of the soft rain outside and the dim lighting, kind of comfort and warmth of the room, Eli, you start to nod off, and it's like, okay, shit, I have to do it now. and there's a long delay. But you do it. You're pretty sure you didn't just fall asleep outright. You're pretty sure you cast the spell because you're there. You're in your asylum. Now, you know what it's supposed to look like. Obviously, there's been some level of practicing the spell as you began to, like, develop it before you actually received it. Even though this is your first time doing, like, a full casting of it. So you know what it's supposed to look like as you described this. It's your office, but there's, like, a few little formless elements to it. It looks extra off right now. Probably because your mind is on the edge of consciousness. And so, some places look really, really locked in. Like, obviously you're in your own mind or whatever, so these things are constructs of you, but they're, like, drawn from the subconscious part of you that is, like, that remembers little details of things that are not at the forefront of your mind. So they're actually surprising to look at. Like, oh yeah, there is, like, a weird swirl in the wood over here that's always been there, but, like, I would notice if it was gone, but that's crazy. You know, there's just, like, little details like that. But then there's other things, like the desk that Rahala usually stands at is on the ceiling. And there's, like, a flat, like, a 2D version of Rahala there. But she's only there in your peripheral, and you're like, that's creepy. That's cool. Yeah, that's one of the things you notice. A lot of things in your peripheral are off. That's where things get jumbled. Probably because your focused mind maybe is there, but, like, your real brain is getting fuzzy at this point. Right. So anything that's not in focus seems to try to shift. Which does make your task a bit harder, but it was not like it was going to be easy in the first place. So, the first check we're going to do here is just a basic intelligence check. Just intelligence.
Cool. Less cool.
A little less cool, yeah. 5 is not great. You gonna keep your 5?
This is a skill check. If I get a 4 on a D4 for luck, a 9 at least means I don't probably fail terribly. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and roll luck. We'll see what I get.
Yeah, it's just an ability check.
Whatever. 6.
Yeah. Okay. So the 6, you're having a little bit of trouble. Okay, you're having quite a bit of trouble. It's tough to get... Like, you didn't actually come in here with a plan. Because how do you plan for this? The plan was to get here and organize things, but now that you're here, it's like... You're trying to think about the best way to approach this. Like, how do you manipulate yourself? You need something. You need a representation of yourself. What do you want to use? Do you want to use, like a coat rack? Or have Aldwin help you? How does it even work here? Like... There's just a lot of stuff going on that you're trying to organize, and it is distracting. You end up kind of running from one room to the next and just looking for things to try to spark an idea. You lose a bit of time just trying to organize how you're going to approach this whole thing. The next check that we're going to do is a spellcraft check. This one's an actual skill. This is to work within the confines of your own spell to do something a bit atypical. Quite a bit better. You gonna keep the 16?
I'm gonna roll luck on that one too.
Yeah, I would allow that.
19.
Okay. 19. So that's quite a bit better. So after the initial just like kind of scrambling to figure out stuff, you're like, okay, well, the spell does what it does. Like that the rules for it are quite rigid. That's just how magic is. It's pretty exacting. So kind of box in your thoughts a little bit. Stand in the closet in your mental space to like put yourself in a both mental and pseudo physical box. And all right, you have an idea of how you can get this to work. You know what you need to do. So you end up creating a representation of the box itself. I imagine you put that even in your office. If you can grab it out of the back room where Hattie would normally be, and you can kind of see movement in the peripheral that you hope is supposed to be her. And you make it back to your room effectively, and you start to kind of shape it together as you sit there from your memory. But like as you're doing so, it's becoming a bit more solid, and you're realizing that like where you fell asleep at the desk in front of this box, your hands are on it, and like as you continue to do this rote motions of like grasping the sides of it, like kind of jostling the clasps and stuff, your physical body is starting to do this, albeit much slower and sluggish and less sharp. So like continue to repeat this and like kind of start to add different motions to it, what you know you're going to need to do. Then you have to remember, oh shit, okay, if I laid on it, it's definitely turned. I need to make sure that my body turns it the right way so that when the time comes and the moon is where it's supposed to be and all this stuff, then the clasps will actually open. You're having to kind of go over all of this.
Mm-hmm.
So, last check here to get it all put together is going to be a Knowledge Arcana.
Okay. Mm, 28.
28 is very solid.
Yep. I think that's good. I think I'll stay on 28.
Okay, with a 28, you finally get it arranged, and you know the spell is drawing to a close. Like you can tell everything is starting to like fade. You're starting to feel very tired. Like you know when this spell ends, you're just going to be asleep. You're not gonna snap out of it, and like you just have whatever these seconds are left. You're getting drowsy, the walls are melting, like everything is starting to desaturate. It's starting to become like amorphous and whatnot around you. Much like one's thoughts do when they're on the edge of sleep. But they start to drift, so the terrain is changing. Like 1 second, like you're holding onto this box, and you're now on a chair at a desk that is floating on like a piece of wood in the ocean for a second, and like kind of steady yourself, and it all settles, but the floor is now still wet from whenever you were on the ocean a second ago, and the ceiling is dripping, and you look up at the ceiling, it's trees, you're in the woods, but still holding onto the box, and you can hear animal calls around you, and you blink a little bit too long, and your eyes hurt because there's sand blowing in them. You're just all over the place as you're trying to get your thoughts organized, but you do manage to keep hold of it. You do manage to keep the damn box where it's supposed to be. You fixate on that shit as everything slowly fades around you. So Lamia, what you see, as you're just there kind of watching your boss sleep, that's a little creepy, but like, okay. He's like occasionally like twitching and like moves, and like his arm will kind of fly out to the side a little bit, and then he'll settle again, which you guys have had to.
Yeah, that's how he normally sleeps.
He's a flaily, twitchy sleeper. There's like a little bit of concern that he's gonna like hurl himself out of that chair or something at some point, so you're kind of having to be on the ready for that. But several times he starts to speak. He's speaking Tertian, which I don't believe you speak. And you can tell he's like repeating some phrase. You don't know what it is. He's just repeating some phrase over and over. Why are you frowning?
I want to try and memorize that phrase so I could tell it to him when he wakes up.
That is an intelligence check.
Oh, I'll keep that. Jeez Louise.
20. Would you like to keep your 22, or you want to roll luck on that too?
I'll keep the 22.
Are you sure? You don't gotta. You can roll luck on it. Could have a 23 at a minimum.
Yes, but we kind of need those for the underground. Heck, if I'm going to spend, if I'm going to spend luck, I'm going to spend it on this silly book that I cannot read yet.
Fair. Okay, that's a little bit fair, I guess. Okay, let me. I do. God, I fucking hate new OneNote. The search just doesn't fucking work, bro.
Boo.
It's really annoying. Okay. Almost give me just a second. Where was... No. That's gonna bug the shit out of me, man. A few more seconds and I'm gonna skip it. Okay, I can't find the actual phrase thing. I'll find it later. Okay, but yeah, let's say you memorize the phrase. Okay, you don't know what it means. You have no fucking clue what's being said.
Yeah.
You can produce
But-
the sounds again.
Yeah, I could say it to him to be like, "Hey, this is what you were saying. Does it mean anything, bro?"
Yep. Cool. Cool. And so you get that down as he's like repeating it over and over, and occasionally flailing and twitching. Kind of sounds very focused. Doesn't sound like he's in pain or anything. Just like his attention is on something, and you can see that he like reaches up and is like grabbing onto the box thing. Okay. There's a moment when you actually hear like a click after he's like turned the box a few times and messes with the latches and turns it and messes with the latches. You hear this click noise. So I imagine you like kind of step over and are kind of looking. You can see that he's undone the latch that he's undone before, but the other one he's just kind of sitting there with like his hand on, and he like wiggles the top of it a little bit. Nothing really shifts. Kind of shifts it around a little bit more, and it's right about the moment that several minutes pass, right, over time. It's very easy for you to pass time. Right about the moment that it gets a bit darker in the room, like you can tell that the bright-ass moon outside has either, moved a bit too far, so it's not coming, like there's no light coming into the window, that, or maybe it's become more overcast. You don't know, but either way, the room gets noticeably even darker. Outside of like whatever. Oh, you both have dark vision. Okay, there wouldn't be like a lantern on or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So it normally gets so it gets a little bit darker. Right about that moment, you hear another click, and you can see that he's like moved his hand and that the other latch is up. But you also hear a hissing sound. Give me a perception check, Lamia. Okay. Keeping your 33.
Jeez. Yeah.
I will. Oh, that's why. I rolled a 19. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So you hear this just noise, and can't tell where. Oh shit. Okay, something is coming out of that box. It's like air is hissing like out of it, just slightly between some small opening, and you could just barely see there's like a waver in the air out of it, almost like how like a heat haze would be, like when you see like hot pavement or whatever when it's really hot outside or whatever. You kind of see that waver. Like the air that's coming out of that is of a different density or something, or like moisture content. It's causing there to be this like refraction in the air. Seems to be kind of spewing out of from under the lid of this box straight out towards Eli. Did you just watch it?
No. Can I guess push him?
Yeah, is that what you do?
Yeah. I want to push him out of the way of it.
You just run over. You just like shove him as hard as you can, or well, she's gonna die again. Hold on.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get the front of that caught on the air. Sorry, guys.
You're good. So just run over and shove him as hard as you can. Like, what? Give me some details here.
Can I push him into, like, let's say there was the bed, like push him to the bed.
Just,
yeah,
like a panda. So, so you just go like try to shove him over that way. Okay, that shouldn't be too difficult for you. Give me a CMB check. Obviously, he's asleep, right? But
there's my CMB. Okay.
Mostly just checking if you roll a 1. You didn't. Okay, so yeah, you run over and oof, just hoof him onto the bed very easily. Eli, you snap awake, obviously, because it's weird that. Listen, this isn't the first time you've been thrown several feet. Okay, It's not an experience you forget. So you wake up like you're in the air, kind of flail and bounce on the bed for a second. It doesn't bounce like a modern bed. It's just kind of like a thump. Maybe knocks the air out of you a little bit. And Lamia, where you're standing, like fucking air is coming out from under the lid. Do you do anything else, or?
Can I move?
Sure. Just away.
All right. Well, I'd like to move to where Eli is, so I can, like, I guess, be the body against, like, if there's an explosion, to cover him slightly.
Okay, sure. Roll me a fortitude save.
Woo! Fortitude! There you are. I'll keep that.
24 is very good. So whatever this air blowing out of that is, it starts, like, the scent you're getting is almost, like, it's floral. It's like this, like, sweet floral note to it. It almost, it's strong enough that you almost taste it. Like, you taste, like, a sugary, like, a honey type flavor on your tongue just from the scent alone. It's that pungent. As you step away, obviously you're a bit wary of whatever this is. So you like put like a hand over your mouth and nose for a second, like holding your breath. But it does seem to linger, and over time that scent changes, and you get this very like musky, like funky type of scent that also sours greatly. In fact, it turns from this very delightful scent, like this very strong loop around into like this weird funkiness that you don't know how you feel about, to like you tripped and fell face first into an outhouse. It's horrible. So you get that and like maybe even gag a little bit and like turn, like try to find a spot to spit because it's horrific. But thankfully it does seem to fade on its own. Not entirely, like you're still gonna want to get some water or something and like rinse your mouth and whatever, but like there's still this like lingering foulness that comes out, but finally the hissing seems to stop. You can see that the lid of the box it's still on for the most part. But the latches are both undone. Eli, you're awake. So you notice, obviously, you flew through the air for a second. You see Lamia standing over there gagging for a minute. And the other thing you notice is the hand that ring is on fucking fire. Not physical bright flames, just it burns. like that ring got really hot and is like expelling the heat out away from it, so your whole hand is fucking hot.
Okay. I mean, I guess I'm just gonna yelp, but you're like, not.
Yeah. Good.
Oh no, I'm not like shaking my hand or doing anything like that because, it's like fire. I don't know what to do. What do I do? And I'm just kind of like like just in that
Are you
moment.
okay, Eli? Oh,
I don't know.
That ring is
yeah.
getting dangerously hot. Like it's
Yeah,
actually starting to burn. I don't know if do you leave it on or do you take it off? What do you do? Yeah.
No, that's what I was thinking. I don't know if I want to take it off because I don't want to just disappear, and I know the ring is my main tether here.
That's fair.
I still have my amulet though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Are you wearing both?
No. I'm getting it out of my bag is what I was going to do. I'm going to use a turn. I'm going to see if this hurts too bad. I'll take it off, but I'm going to get the amulet out and see if it is suffering a similar effect as well.
So, in the meantime of that, you're going to take 1 point of fire damage.
Okay, yeah.
That you can tell is escalating. So digging through your bag, like, you take out, let's say there's like a cloth or a piece of paper or something there. You see immediately as you grab it, there's smoke coming off of it. It's starting to actually burn, like, dry, flammable things. It's like, let that go, and you're like, looking with your other hand. Like, try to like look around while that's getting way worse. You do get the amulet out. You got both. What, you taking the ring off or you leaving it on?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw that amulet on and just pull the ring off quickly. Like,
okay, so throw the amulet on. You're gonna take 3 points of fire damage.
Okay.
You put the amulet on, and you take this ring off your finger very quickly. As soon as you take it off, you can feel this like pulse of like heat followed by cool. Like whatever that effect was released as soon as you pull this ring off. And I have to roll a thing now. Oof. The amulet melts. Woo. Just literally, like, there's a moment passes, you hear like a crack, like it's gonna shatter, and it just liquefies.
Oh boy.
And like drips onto the ground. But nothing else seems to happen immediately. Everything seems okay. The hissing from the box has stopped. Your hand still burns like crazy, obviously. It was like you had a heated up piece of like wire or something on your finger for a while. So that still hurts, but it's not getting even worse or anything like that.
what the hell?
That's Eli's response.
Eli, what does she'll repeat the phrase that she memorized mean?
So again, this would normally be linguistics. Give me an intelligence check. It doesn't give you full information. Just sees if
I have
if can
linguistics.
do another check.
I do not though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he doesn't. You couldn't. There's no way you were gonna know this, Lamia. Wait, how many ranks?
Buddy.
I only have 1 rank.
I got a 19
impossible.
on my intelligence check.
19. Nice. Okay.
Nice.
That definitely unlocks the other role. So this is going to be a Knowledge Arcana.
Ooh, all right. Let's go. Where's my computer? Okay, so I have 2 monitors, and Apple has this thing where your taskbar thing is at the bottom, and it switched sides on me. Like, it switched monitors all of a sudden, so I was like looking to try and pull up my thing, and I was like, where'd it go? Anyways, what you said, what was it? Sorry. Arcana, that's what I thought you said.
Knowledge Arcana,
but then when I was trying to look for my disappearing taskbar. Okay, 25. Do you guys care if I roll luck just to try and get the highest I can on this?
You can if you want.
I want. All right, 27.
27. Nice. Okay. So she's like, yeah, what does this mean? And starts speaking, and then like the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. Give me this is just a quick spellcraft. You're still gonna get a lot out of this. It just kind of determines the last piece of info.
All right. Spielcraft.
Oh god,
right,
yeah, you absolutely crushed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't even going to try to tempt you to spit on that. You absolutely crushed this. Okay. So the hairs on the back of your neck stand up because thankfully she's not doing the somatic components, but you think that she is casting a fucking spell.
Okay.
Like that's the verbal components to a spell called Deep Slumber, like the evolved form of sleep.
Oh, okay. Jeez.
It's not exact, so there's like a moment where you're like, oh, like your instincts start to kick in because hell, maybe you've had it cast on you by your former master before or something. Like, you're not sure, but like it's just one of those things where you're immediately afraid something's going to happen, but obviously she's not doing the somatics, and there's like a difference. These words are slightly off, not even just because of her like Ulis accent, just. No, okay, some of these are broken up into different, like, syllabic structures and stuff. It's just you can piece it together, and it sounds so close to that. It must be more archaic Tertian. Yeah, that's definitely archaic Tertian. You do hear that what's the word? What was I saying? Command word in there from before.
Okay.
You do hear that in there. But the other ones, you're not sure of. But whatever this is, obviously, is very much tied to sleep or maybe just enchantment magic. Yeah, something like that. But that you could have sworn she was trying to cast not Eternal Slumber, Deep Slumber.
Okay. Well, yeah. That's wild. Okay. Deep Slumber. All right. So yeah, I'll answer your question because you asked what did this mean, and you said that. I'm like, that's like the entire, verbal components to the spell Deep Slumber.
Oh, well, you were saying it in your sleep multiple times. Were you trying to make yourself go into deep slumber?
No, I was sleeping. It has to do something with this box.
Well, I pushed you away because it looked like something was going to attack you.
Something like what?
A force of energy, not energy, air, I guess. But it was directed towards you. It tasted sweet for a second, but God, it got nasty. I need some water. Lamia starts digging into her backpack to get some water in there.
Eli, now that she says this, she might be nose blind to it now, but yeah, the room does have a really high sweet scent to it. You don't smell the grossness she's talking about, but it does it does kind of smell like somebody like wafted a tasteful amount of nice perfume in here.
Huh. Okay. Yeah. I'm like sniffing. I'm doing that thing, and I'm like sniffing to the box, seeing if it's like by the box, away from the box.
Yeah, once you sniff the box, it becomes less of a tasteful waft and more of a you walked into a Sephora at like the wrong time. Like the wrong time.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And you got like the full like you turned to say hi and they were trying to give you a free sample and you just caught like a blast in the mouth. Like it's bad.
Oh gosh. Yeah, okay. Rough.
Thankfully it's not like you caught outhouse to the mouth. It's still it's kind of sweet and floral, but it's very unpleasant when you get that close to the box.
Okay. Do I
Well, it looks like you opened the box. Do you want some of this water?
No, it's fine. Do I recognize this scent in any way? Like, is this familiar to me?
That'd be another intelligence. It's tough just because it's so strong.
Okay.
It's almost like a perverted version of whatever it might have normally been.
Yeah. I'll keep the 17. That's
17's solid. So yeah, even though this would be like, it's a nice scent. Okay? It's like how, like, fresh-baked bread smells great. But if someone, like, shoved a loaf of bread up your nose, you'd probably feel a lot different about it. It's kind of that. But, yeah, you do recognize that scent. There was a kind of tea that your master used to drink often. There was a blend that he'd make, and there was like some tea, and then there were these other like reagents and components that would lend this like very sapophoric effect, but also like a mild euphoria. And oftentimes, if he was partaking of this tea, things would get a lot easier for a while. You become, I won't say kind, but kinder. More almost just like a regular person. Those would have been the only times when like you would get to understand and know him more as a person than a monster that he was. Where he would be calm and willing to like share stories, explain things and whatnot. Typically these wouldn't be days for lessons. These would be often days when he would have been upset by something previously, or have had maybe a big accomplishment, whether it be good or bad. Something monumental happened, and he would use this to like kind of reset himself. You did not like the smell of the blend that he made, because that did kind of have like a shitty note to it, like a just ooh, why, ew, you know. It's like, you like how like there's some scents that are just right on the edge of like, I think that smells good, but if it was like any different, I think I would hate this.
Yeah.
Like truffles and shit like that, you know, where they're just like this sort of like musty type. It had that going, but it went too far and it was gross. But the tea component itself smelled really, really nice. That was just like some kind of herbal floral blend that would go into it, probably to counteract whatever the other stank ass stuff he was putting in there was. But that part you really, really enjoyed, and it would be a thing that you and the others probably got a chance to actually try yourselves. Just the nice part of it, which would make a very nice, pleasant tea. So it's that. You're certain it's that same flower. You know, it was like. Do you have knowledge nature?
No.
Okay. You were certain it was like some. I know you do, man.
It's like me.
And you're muted. You got your thingamajigs up too.
Yeah, mine.
Oh, your tap thing, yeah.
Yeah, the thing on my actual mic. For some reason, I muted both of them. Anyway, yeah. Never mind. It's not important. I was gonna say he didn't learn any nature by osmosis. Is what I was saying.
No, I
Sadly, no. He knows about osmosis, though.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot cooler if he did.
So,
Osmosis Jones.
anyway,
yeah,
you know there was some kind of flower for sure. You don't remember what type of flower. There was like some other. God, he had talked about it before, but it was probably at one of those times when you were still like, okay, but he's going to hit me. So you weren't really listening for like, oh, what's this waxing poetic he's doing? Where's the instruction? Where's the warning? And you just can't fucking recall what he was talking about. So you don't remember what the flower is or what this actual blend is. To finish my long-winded explanation.
Gotcha. Huh. Okay. Right,
it looks likely you managed to open the box, though, at least. Do you want me to open it up more so we can actually kind of see what's inside?
No, I got it. I like get out my thieves' tools to like open the box, not with my hands. I also want to like check it to make sure there's not anything else that's like triggered in there, because obviously I opened it slightly while I was asleep, but there could be some mechanism, there could be something in there that like if you pull it open, so I'm just like, I'm suspicious, but desperately wanting to open it. So
okay, so you start to open it. Good news. Nothing explodes.
Yay!
Get the lid to come off of it. You can see that there is this like faint sort of like waver a little bit over it, like probably whatever remains of like whatever was coming out of it before. That scent gets a little bit more intense for a second, but like you wait a minute and it kind of starts to fade. Maybe you go like ask Mommy to go open the window for a little while. And like slowly like opening it more and more, letting whatever this is kind of air out, because you don't actually know if this could be something else in addition to this like nice thing that you're hoping it is. But eventually you get the lid off, and you can see on the inside is two things are obvious. The first, on the very top, appears to be a stack of like 3 kind of flat brick-like paper wrappings.
Okay.
Like something that's like packed and compressed, much as you've seen done with tea before.
Okay.
These are a bit flatter, so like maybe they kind of spread them out a bit thinner before they wrapped the paper, so that like they were more, so there was less like packed on top of itself and more kind of freed, likely to. You don't know enough about that kind of thing, so you don't know what the purpose would be, but it was clearly intentional. And you can see that there's like 3 of those, which would actually be quite a bit of tea, assuming that's what it is. And below them appears to be a leather-bound tome that it looks a bit worn on like the spine of it, like some of it has been like worn off a little bit. You can see that there's 2 clasps to lock it shut, but it is completely black. There's it almost looks like it was already dark leather that was then dipped in ink or something. It just has this like flat, just warmthless darkness to it. And since there's no lights on, like there's no lights or anything on you, it's like it almost becomes formless in your dark vision. Like it's just like a weird shape that you can just barely make things out on. Those are what are clearly evident when you open it.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. I guess the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check that book.
You have to take the tea off of the book because it's like
okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll remove the tea and then.
Okay. You take the book out of the box.
Yes.
Okay. When you do, you kind of lift it up, use your tools and like kind of wedge it up a little bit. You grab like the corner and very carefully extract it out. So you get the book out and you can see like the inner part of the box now. I'm going to describe 2 different things. Lamia, you can see the inside of the box. It appears to be this very nice, like lacquered, just like this lacquered wood inside its kind of like outer frame. It looks like there's some kind of plush textile like inlay at the very bottom of it. And then like kind of all around the inner insides, you can see that there's like gold leaf and these like little etchings and things that looks like it may, like it's almost like ivy. Like there's like this golden ivy motif to the inside of it. Probably very, very expensive.
It looks like a coffin for a book.
And the cloth at the very bottom is also black. Eli, very similar. You see that same sort of inlay stuff, and you can see the edges of some kind of like soft, rich, like dark cloth, maybe like a silk or like a velvet, that's very dark colored.
Okay.
But you only see the edges of it seeming to poke out from the bottom. Okay, from the bottom of it, that's misleading. You don't see a bottom to this box. It just seems to go. your dark vision stops, as if there is just a well of endless shadow at the basin of this, and you can kind of see the edges of, like, if you imagine that the inside of this for some reason dropped down 100 feet, it's like there is enough of this material that, like, you see the edges of it from the very bottom poking up on the sides.
Gotcha. Okay.
There's like a really big napkin, a really big expensive napkin, but that's what you see there.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna just check the book real quick before I keep going in. Is there anything I recognize on this book? Any markings? Any?
It's actually right now, just like if you're inspecting just the outside without opening it, it's actually pretty tough to examine visually because of just how all of it is so like monocolor. So you're not getting any glints or glares or anything off it. So you're like feeling the cover. You can tell that there is some kind of design or something across the front of it. In fact, you kind of feel there's some kind of motif to this. You're not like a super like tactile like investigator or whatever, but you can tell there's some kind of design to it. It feels very intentional. Like, it almost reminds you of the way that like hieroglyphs are set, where you have like it's like in lines, but you're not feeling exact writing. It's just there's designs on each of these lines.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to set that down. That's a thing to check out in a minute. Because I want to check out the box still and like investigate this apparently bottomless box that has fabric sticking out of it.
Okay. Give me a bit more insight on the investigator. Are you just like feeling out the outside? Are you doing detect magic and trying to identify it? Or you're just reaching into it?
So I'm doing detect magic first. And then I am going to use my tools, not my hands, to try and like see if I can move the cloth, to see if like how deep it'll reach, like if I've got sides. I'm gonna like probe the area of that with the tools, not my hands.
Okay.
So first, detect magic for good habits.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna make you roll the others because surprisingly, what you detected earlier has not changed with the box open. Okay. You still get strong conjuration and enchantment from this box.
Okay.
So you start kind of jostling it. Nothing really changes. You see if you can kind of grab hold of that cloth and kind of tug on it. You do. It does seem to move. It doesn't move a lot. Like it's stuck to something at the very bottom. Like maybe it's been glued down or something like that. But like it doesn't just raise out. You can like really tug on it and try to like yank it up or whatever, but I'm imagining you don't.
Trying to yank it all the way out. No.
Yeah, you just kind of pull on it. You can tell it's like stuck at the bottom. Lamia, as he's doing this, give me a perception again. Okay. Yeah, it looks like the cloth isn't coming up.
I don't think anyone voted for me.
It definitely looks like it's like glued down or something. Like you can see him pulling the edge of it and it's stuck.
There's no, obviously, if I look down into it, there's nothing just like else sitting in that space that I can see.
When you try to look down into it, you just can't see in. Even your dark vision won't get past whatever this darkness is that you're looking at.
Eli, what are you doing?
Testing what it is. I don't want to just, this is stuck. I pull a little bit. I don't want to just yank it all the way out. Hold on.
It's a part of the box. Of course it's probably, okay, so Lamia will explain like how with craftsmanship like that the glue and such it wouldn't just come off easily. In obviously the craftsmanship for this is very expensive, so it's made with more expensive material. If you want to get it off, you're gonna have to rip it or cut it.
No, it's got like the way it's sticking up. I feel like you could just pull it out. Anyways, I'm gonna take a. There's just like random items around here, like something sitting on a counter or a dresser, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna pick up a random thing and drop it in the box and see what happens.
So you drop it. You hear a thud.
Mhm.
Like you hear it hit something. You don't see the object anymore. It fell into the darkness.
Okay.
Lamia, you now see a. I don't fucking know, man. A broken spare padlock is sitting sitting inside of is sitting on top of that cloth.
Okay. All right, I got it. I'm gonna do like what you do with, you know, like bag of holdings and stuff. I'm gonna think about it, and then I'm gonna reach in and pick it out and see if I can get it, because to me it's gone, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's how I'm gonna treat it like it's a bag of holding, and think about the item I want. Reach my hand in and grab the item I want.
Okay, so you reach in,
Mhm.
keep reaching, and eventually you got like all the way up to the shoulder down into this thing, and you can like feel the sides, you can feel the cloth like on each side of your arm as you're reaching down into this, and it's like you could swear like your fingertips are like touching. Oh, they're touching the bottom. Your fingertips are touching the bottom for sure. So you like feel around, and yeah, there's the padlock. You got something else is like caught on like your finger. Something's on your. You shake it off. Felt like. It kind of felt like hair or something. Oh, you got.
Oh,
Your imagination starts
worst.
running wild. You grab the padlock and you retreat out. You know, Lamia, what you see? You see Eli reach down, miss the padlock. He just reaches like a little past it, touches the like inner part of the box, and he's like leans down and just sort of curls his arm up against himself, as if he's trying to trick you, as if like to be like, oh look, my arm went all the way in, but like you can see his fucking elbow. Like, okay. And then eventually he grabs the padlock and goes, and then stands up and straightens his arm, and he's holding the padlock. Eli, you got it.
Cool. Okay, that was weird. I didn't like that.
Eli, what are you doing?
Testing the box. What do you mean?
It's just a box.
Wait, hold on. No, it's not. What do you see?
Like I said earlier, it looks like a coffin for a book.
Okay, do you see a bottom of this box? I hold up the
It's
box.
right here.
There's no bottom to this box.
Then what is the sound, Eli? You know I'm easily not infected. I'm easily affected by illusions. So I too would not, or would I see?
There's no illusion magic on the box. It's enchantment and conjuration. There's no illusion magic on the box. There's no.
Okay, well then what's this sound, Eli?
Box illusion. Okay, you have to interact with the box differently than I do. I wonder if it has to do something with the magic in my blood that allows me to interact with the box differently.
Or you know, the whole if
you
forget
can't
things,
interact with
then
your box.
they make.
Or if because I'm the one who opened it, I get to.
Maybe that. But also
Okay.
it could be a thing that's not supposed to be here.
When I grabbed the padlock, did you see anything else in the box besides my hand and the padlock?
Those little packets. You brought them out before.
No. I mean, when I just now, when I reached in to grab just the padlock, I dropped the padlock in the box. You saw me drop a padlock in a box.
Yes.
And then reach into the Okay. I reached all the way up to my shoulder.
Your shoulder went right over here. You were like this, Eli.
Okay. And so is there anything else in the box? Nothing else touched my hand besides the box, the sides of the box, the padlock?
I didn't see anything else in the box, Eli.
Uh,
Your hand was right here. Look,
Well,
there's like a little dust bunnies over here, so maybe that was it.
Can I close the box without locking or like sealing the box closed?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
can
close the box.
back on it.
Okay. We're gonna deal with this in a little bit. I need to check that book. We need to do other things. We can leave here. Dear viewers, I just want to tell you, I have an experience in my youth that is informing Eli's decision here. One time I was crawling through a drainage tunnel and my hand
God.
landed on what felt a lot like hair and a skull. It turned out to be grass, a plastic bag, and a rock. And I've never crawled that fast in my entire life. And so that gave me the super heebie-jeebies. And since
Yeah.
Kika described it as like hair wrapped around my hand, that's the only thing I could think of. And so Eli is spooked now because I would have been.
We call it a drainage system because we don't want to claim we were climbing around the sewers, okay? It was the sewers. It's basically the sewers.
Yes,
so
it's the
if you're
rainbow
crawling around the
system.
dark and you feel something like hair and then smooth, that feels like, oh, this is a dead person's skull with like hair still on there. Yeah, no. Like,
Crispy was with him, Ellie.
Yeah,
I wasn't there for that one, but
I definitely
Me
had a
neither.
mild panic attack.
I don't think you
and,
ever. You were the smartest one of us. You never went down there.
I went once, and I didn't go as far as they went. My black ass fucking left because look at me.
I mean, according to
I
them,
don't go in the
Crispy
fucking
was with them,
sewers.
Ellie.
Yeah, it was me and Crispy and I think our friend Brandon Jennings. I think that
All
was the
white.
3 people who were doing that. Yeah, I don't know. Look, I'm just saying that thanks to that experience that has informed Eli's decision here, he is officially freaked out. And so he's going to try something different and also go check and see if other people can see the hole in the box. Maybe it's just Lamia. Maybe it's just him. I don't know. So he's going to try it again later. With other people present in case something tries to drag me into the box. That's like my thought process is I need the most amount of people to pull me out of the box if something tries to pull me into the box. So yeah,
All fair.
Yeah, I'm gonna just do that. I'm gonna stick the like book in my coat, and just
So you want to make it back to the inn?
grab the tea. Yeah. We can go back to the. Before I put the tea in my bag, is there anything strange about the tea that would lead me to believe it would not be safe to put inside my bag of holding?
Are you going to do detect magic?
I mean, I already have detect magic up.
Okay.
No, you're not getting any magic off it. Then again, that box is giving off a strong aura, so it could easily mask other things that are nearby. Yeah, that's another potential thing. If there is a really weak, really piddly illusion on that box, that those other 2 strong auras are going to drown it out. So that's possibility. But no, nothing that seems to be coming off the tea. If there is something, it's quite low.
Okay.
Other than you're getting a mix of like floral, citrus, and shit. So this is probably the tea, fully mixed up.
Sam knows things about herbs and stuff. Maybe he knows what this is. And then I will put that in my bag of holding and away ourselves.
You seem very jumpy, so I guess just stay very close to me, Eli.
I will endeavor to not disappear inside of this box or somewhere else. Yes, that is the plan here.
Well, no, because we're traveling in the dark. That's why I'm saying stay close.
I'm not worried about that in the slightest. I can see perfectly fine in the dark. It's inside the box I can't see, so that's what's scary. Anyways, let's go back to the inn hotel.
Yes.
The fancy place, the Breakers, wherever it is. Yeah. A place that reminds me, for some reason, of somewhere that you would stay on the New York like coastline in the summer, like rich people would vacation outside of New York City. I don't know why that is the image I get in my head of the hotel
The
that
Westerlies?
our group is staying at. Yes, the Westerlies.
As
That is
someone
the
who has been in a New York hotel,
image in my
I
head, I
get exactly what you mean.
Yeah, like a fancy New York coast hotel.
And it's super high up,
It's the vibes. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the idea I've got. Anyways, we'll go back there. I really got to run to the restroom, so I'm gonna do that real fast.
I will tell the innkeeper of the place we were in. Thank you for having us. Have a good night.
Oh, yes, of course. Yes, you do the same. Stay safe out there.
And that's
dark.
really good work on the that water tap that you have.
Oh yes, thank you. My brother made it. He's quite handy. He'll be back in town at some point, I'm sure. A few things need repairing around here. I'm sure he'll take care of it.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd be glad to.
This guy's been drinking. You've interacted with him several times now. You can tell he's been sipping a little bit. He's feeling good.
Yeah, and that's fine. I'm not gonna ruin his buzz. We
He's having a
leave
good
it.
night, you know. So,
I'm a little
you know.
buzzed, yeah.
Like he's got like the zesty hand, you know. It's just the limp wrist going a little bit. But cool. So you guys head out.
Yes.
Try to make it back to the western base.
Yes. I will be keeping an eye out because, you know, if some punks once again, this time I have a magic man who have no problem being like, I'll just magic you guys. If they decide that those people definitely have money.
You better watch out. I have Magic Man with me now. Just imagine
Pretty fucking
Lamia's buff ass pointing at Eli. Be like, now he looks like he'll stab us. Like, she looks dangerous. He looks like he'll stab us.
Listen, Magic Man can talk, so
Yeah.
that helps.
Oh God.
Yeah, but you're purple.
Talking. Yeah. Purple
with
green.
shiny armor. But yeah. Cool. So you guys head back. I believe you rolled crazy to get there, so I guess you get back with no issue.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, you make it back to the Westerlies. When you do, you will. Let me see. Yeah, you'll see that there appears to be quite a bit going on. There's some kind of performance happening, so people are a little bit rowdy, despite it being like really fucking early in the morning. And you know Sam's gonna be gone. You won't see him until at least probably this time tomorrow, if that. But it is like wee hours for sure, and like people are pretty rowdy and whatnot. It's quite loud, but thankfully the floors seem to absorb quite a bit of that noise, and then the doors are nice and thick, so it shouldn't disturb your party's rest. Neat. Anything you will plan to do once you get back to the Westerlies?
I will throw Eli to his bed, and I will go to the library.
Oh. Well, all right, Eli, you have been hurled yet again.
Oh, I'm gonna
Fresh
keep
Prince
digging
Bel
on
Air gif.
this box and this book and all that stuff, but
I'm gonna go make some coffee. So
in a random place where I was by myself. So let's keep
Okay.
investigating.
So now you're back at the inn. So Lamia leaves. She goes back to the library.
Okay.
So it's you and Rahala. Yes. It's you and Rahala.
All right.
Oh, good.
And the
Rahola
next-
got back.
So
And the
I'll
next door-
explain
Yeah.
the goings on with the box.
Okay. All right. I have to do thing. Let me see. You give her that phrase. What is hard linguistics? There she is, Rahala Vanar. Linguistics is not bad. And before you ask, no, linguistics is not a knowledge roll. She cannot lore master it.
Ooh.
I'm seeing if she has anything else that will help. Okay, read magic doesn't help for this. Nope. Okay. Roll. Not great. Okay, so you explain this and whatnot, and you're like, that's ancient Tertian, that kind of thing, which actually should have given her a +2 to that, but it still doesn't make much of a difference. Kind of get into that whole deal, and she thinks for a little while, and is like, Okay. First of all, that's a lot, Eli. That's a whole lot. Are you sure you want to be dabbling in this now? I mean, you lost one of the items that keeps you from teleporting. I have a feeling there's a reason for that. Something tried really hard.
Yeah, no, I understand, but like,
Oh, and he's going to cure light wounds on your hand where you have a burned finger.
Thank you.
That's healed.
No, I understand that, and yes, you make an excellent point, but like, I just like motion to it.
I know. It's mysterious and very difficult to resist. I'm just trying to appeal to your better sense. That's all.
Okay, just tell me. I open the lid. Can you see the bottom of the box?
Looks at it and says, "Well, why?"
Because Lamia could see the bottom of the box, and I, check again, cannot see the bottom of the box.
Oh, God. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I do. I see a very nice little cloth at the bottom. Looks like it's stationary, doesn't go anywhere. When I poke at it. What do you see?
Nothing. An absence of light. A big hole.
Well, you do have that whole thing that you have. Wonder if that's related.
Yeah.
Okay. So you reach into it. Let's see what I see.
Now, I'm just going to say, last time I reached my hand in here, something touched my hand, and I didn't like it. So if something touches my hand, I'm pulling my hand out very quickly.
Or, never mind. Just redact that last request. Don't reach in. We can also do that. As much as I like to know what mysteries are, why don't you try... Why didn't you grab a stick or something? We should try putting something in there, like... Oh, here. She hands you a dagger with the sheath still on. It's like piece tied. Just sort of insert that into there, and we'll see if...
Stick the dagger in the
down.
box. Yeah.
Okay. Here's her. Okay. That is not much better. So, she kind of squints, like leans in a little. It's like something weird's going on, but I can't really tell what. It looks like you're pushing the dagger deep, like you're trying. What in the well? It looks like you're trying to stab through the bottom of the box, but you're not like straining. You finally got that as far as it'll go.
Yeah.
Are you still push? Okay. So you see that you're stabbing into darkness. Mm-hmm. It looks to me like you're sort of poking the bottom of it. Okay, that's interesting. Why? What's the point of that? It was all locked up. You got this book, you got some tea, and a box you don't want to reach into because you felt something.
Very much so.
Why did someone want to send this to you? Who would have wanted to send it to you?
Well, the only person I can think of who would possibly want to send me a box with old Tertian writing and a bunch of weird stuff that is teleportation-y, conjuration, enchantment stuff, would be, my old master. And I don't know why he would send it to me. But he's the only person I can think of.
Oh, look! He finally gave you something. It's probably more trauma.
Yeah. No, look, okay. So, hold on. Do you recognize this tea? Have you ever had to deal with that tea? I realize I did growing up. You have Tertian culture roots. Did you guys in your family have this tea?
Looks a little familiar. You want me to roll, or do you want her to do Lore Master?
Lore Master, please.
Lore Master, please. Okay. That gives her a total of 30 on her Knowledge Nature check. It's plus 10 naturally. Okay. So you ask her that, and she's like, "Well, let me see it at least." And she like grabs one, and like as she's like holding it and kind of puts a little pressure on it, some of the pungent scent escapes it, and she drops it. Oh no! Wait, I almost asked where'd you got this. Okay, really?
So it is drugs.
Sniffs at it slightly, leads away and says, "No, it's not. It's just a very specific. It's a very specific thing. It's got this like sort of citrusy, flowery dungness to it.
Mm-hmm.
So the normal. So I've had the rather nice version of this. Good lord. The flower itself is oh crap, I forgot the name. I had it like 2 seconds ago. Oh shit. I don't. Oh my god! Do I have a note? I literally had it in my head like 2 seconds ago. Oh, Rostini's Iris.
Hmm. Okay.
That's what it's called, and it's a very nice flower. Pretty much only grows in central Caliphate, just south of the mountains. There's supposedly a small town or something, sort of at the base of the mountains, where many special people go to retire and the like. That's full of them, but mostly grows there. Sparse few other places for the most part. It's quite difficult to get, but the tea itself is made of different parts of the flower that have been preserved in different ways. The petals just dried, but other sections of it are prepared differently, and eventually you crush it up, and you've got this very nice floral tea. It's very deep-bodied, really, really goes well with some of the that southern spiced honey they have out there. Anyway, I've had that, which is great, but there's a certain subset of people, I don't want to call them cultists, they're just weird, that like to drink this mixture. They mix it with this like weird fungus, this the Felkior. It's this fungus that's called Felkior. It's like a moss that conforms to look like the other fungi and things that it grows around. So sometimes it looks like a mushroom, sometimes it looks like different sorts of mushrooms. They can look like all sorts of things. But it has this awful, awful scent to it. And trying to consume it by itself, I don't know if there's any benefits to it, really. It's quite toxic if consumed alone. Tends to erode the mind and make one see shapes and meaning in things that have none, and gradually erode the grip on sanity. But it can be prepared and used medicinally, or what some people like to do is turn it into this concoction called the truth in the true eye. No, the eyes of truth in dreams. That's what it is. They turn it into this. It's supposed to be this thing that lets you go into the edge of, like, the cusp of insanity, but maintaining one's grip on what is true and real. In small doses can have sort of a mellowing effect. There are some who like to make this mixture a little more heavy on the iris and less on the felkior, which kind of lets you just let go of a lot of things you're holding on to, lets you be a bit more carefree, almost like a really nice drink, except it's not a nice drink. So it eludes me a bit, but anyway. Oh gods, I don't know what this means. Eli, how much do you know about the Senate Arcana?
Oh, that's not what I was expecting to say. Not a lot, except that there's a lot of rules and a lot of regulations, and that one of the reasons that maybe not I was brought up in Gurga, but that the household that I worked in was in Gurga was to avoid Senate Arcana rules and regulations.
Yes, Gurga has less restrictions on those things and others, as I'm sure you know. But beyond that, it it makes up the foundation for the laws surrounding magic in the Caliphate and likely eventually most of Hayethe. It's a council, a tiered council brought together to ensure we don't destroy ourselves with this power that we've been granted. And for the most part, they've done a pretty good job. But they weren't always unified. When they started, there were two dissenting schools of thought on not how magic should be used, but even more fundamentally, how it was organized and where and how it's drawn upon. The Senate method, or I guess you could call the Tertian method of teaching it, is that magic is that one's self, one's the body, the mind, the spirit, is a catalyst for magic. To use it, it has to be either start from internal or be drawn inward and channeled. There's no simply from the outside weaving it and not having it be a part of oneself. To put it in very broad strokes. But there was a dissenting school which believed that these powers were things that were donned almost like a mantle. Though once donned could not be separated from oneself. While they were never quite internal, they were joined. And they looked at things much differently. Their philosophy lost out, not only just because it was, I won't say inferior, I wasn't born then, but they lost in this building of power and establishment, also because of their ethics. If they had succeeded, if they had drawn the most power, garnered the most support, the Caliphate would look much different. Whereas now, it's more of we call it like a theocracy in many ways. We would have had something more akin to a magocracy.
Okay.
And you know how the balance of magical talent in all beings is not innately the same? We don't all start at zero.
Right.
Right, like yourself. But clearly, you didn't. I mean, you started with these shadow abilities, yes? And
yes and no, in that I guess I always had them, but they didn't manifest until later. So sure, yes, we'll say yes.
Yes. It's all very potentiality related, but But we don't all start at 0. That is the running theory.
Right.
This other group, the Portois, would have demanded that that be a sorting system for one's place in society, a caste system, as it were, based on one's potential, based on one's innate talent for magic, and a likely separate system for those who attempt to work their way up, but never quite equal.
Okay.
They saw magic and one's ability to wear it as a sort of divine election of how much stronger powers, more wise and all-seeing powers had invested in oneself. Of how much you could carry, how great a burden of power you could shoulder before crumbling is how much you would be allotted. Spoken more simply, they would have been called the wearers.
Yes.
People that like to follow this archaic and disgusting philosophy. There are very few of them, really, these days. But they tend to have these quirks where they ritualize some small thing. The Porteurs de Sommeil are the wearers of sleep. They would drink this tea.
Okay.
Basically only them.
So you're telling me that it's very likely that I was trained and raised up by somebody who was aware of sleep, whatever exactly that means. Part of this attempted magocracy.
Perhaps. Or maybe a former member that didn't quite shake the habits. Or maybe it seems he must have been related. It takes a long time of consuming this stuff for one to become inured to the more negative aspects of it, and begin to tap into things supposedly like lucid dreaming and walking even from one place in that plane to another, but supposedly consuming this and more illicit substances like Pesh would allow one to dream their way into councils, places outside of this plane where you could meet regardless of where you go to sleep. They could dream one of them here in Setsegia, another in the Caliphate, and both meet in the same place without ever taking a step in the real world.
Okay.
They would spend time there. Works differently in dreams, I imagine. Either studying and consolidating their knowledge, plotting. I think whoever sent this to you, if it is your master, must have been associated or well versed in associates of them.
Okay.
But Sommeil sleep would have been enchantment today. That's not what his specialty was it?
No. Not in the way that I knew him. He was conjuration.
Okay, I have to roll this. I kind of gave her that one for free, but... Oh, still plus 10. Fucking historian. I don't remember that one. There were others, though. Blood. Shadow. She kind of gives you a peculiar look. Eyes. Oh, God. I don't want to say the others because I'm afraid I'll be saying the wrong ones and give you false information.
Okay.
They really don't exist too much these days. Splinters of an organization, if that. Gods. How deep does that rabbit hole go?
suppose that's an excellent question.
I really think you shouldn't reach into the box now. I get the feeling you're going to ignore me.
Not like intentionally. But at some point, I feel like I'm going to have to. This is so many questions.
Okay.
Listen, right now the box can stay shut. I'm going to focus on this book. How about that? I'm going to let the book. We'll do the book.
Yes.
And then maybe
Let's
after the
focus on the
book with the box. Yeah.
Maybe the book will help.
Yep. Maybe.
Okay. So you're going to try to identify the book?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So you're able to unlatch it pretty easily. Thankfully, it's not. It wasn't like particularly locked or anything like that. Just shut closed with little clasps to keep it from flying open or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So you can hear talking to Rahala. You're probably in like dim light. Probably got a lantern or something going. So you can see that sort of design on the front now. There's a little bit of glare and stuff coming, like shining across the front. So yeah, you can see this design. Can't really make heads or tails of it, sadly. Like, maybe, you know who you'd need some kind of like, oh my fucking god, my words. What's the word for anthropologist? You would need.
Oh yeah.
You'd probably need some like, anthropologist, especially who's like well versed in like Tertian culture and ancient Alsani or Alsan. Sorry. Like somebody like that could probably figure out what these symbols are supposed to mean. Some of them look vaguely person-like, but yeah, you don't know for sure. Either way, you get the book open. The pages are blank.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot you did detect magic earlier. We didn't get to the book. Give me a knowledge arcana real quick.
Ooh boy. All right. Knowledge arcana on the book.
Yes.
Boop. I said boop, damn it. There we go.
Nice. Okay, moderate illusion.
Oh, okay.
Yep. It's about an inch thick, and just flipping through it, there's several hundred pages in here, but there's nothing in it.
Okay. But I know the book has moderate illusion, so it's probably an illusion on this book, if I had to guess, and maybe it's what's preventing me from reading the pages.
Likely. It seems sensible.
Okay.
How... I don't know if you want to, like, dispel it, though. That could...
If I cast read magic and I try and interact with it, can I attempt to disbelieve the illusion?
in theory, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. That is going to be my play here. I'm going to be like, okay, I'm going to try and read magic and see if I can dispel it if it is an illusion. There's boop for good habits, and then I will attempt to check it out and see if I can read it.
Fuck, those pages are still blank. There might just not be anything on the pages. The fuck? He sent you a blank, fancy book? It's got illusion magic on it? What the hell? You can give me a spellcraft, though. You've interacted with it quite a bit, though.
I will spellcraft a wee. I will roll up. Try and beat 20. Damn, 19. Okay.
19. Okay. With a 19, you don't know what the fuck this is, dude. It eludes you. So, yeah, right now it just looks like a black tome. It's got, I mean, maybe 1,000 pages in it at this rate. Like, there's quite a few of them. It's about an inch thick. It would make for a fantastic spell book.
I'm going to do that. Just flip, 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 where you just brrr through the pages repeatedly while I'm thinking. That's my like weird stim to think. I'm like, oh, hey, Rolla, can you take a check out at this cover? It's like these weird, and I like feel it like I don't know, bumpy weirdness, and I don't know what it is. I'm not good at that.
Examines that. Oh, yes, this used to be. Okay, this is also. Oh wow, that might be some sort of title or. No. Okay, so this would be like the archaic version of Tertian, where it was very similar to Kashari in those days. They're really close, and they used to have two forms of writing. You would have your, what do they call it? Well, basically, there was one form of writing where it was meant to just be read, usually for instructions or reference material. But then they would sort of have this performative version. Almost think like the difference between your typical scrollings and the calligraphy that some can do. Where it's quite a bit harder to read, honestly. But the characters take on more character, in a sense. Some of these almost look like a person, or that would be maybe a fire and other things. They were meant to, the shapes were warped slightly of each of the characters to look a bit more like something else. And then you would rotate them or change their orientation to turn them into other things. So, for example, this one sort of looks like a little man, doesn't it? You can decide whether or not Eli thinks it looks like a little man. I'm not going to.
I just nod along whether or not it does.
It just goes, okay, but then if you turn it this way, like clockwise, it now kind of resembles a dog.
Yeah,
a little bit. Okay, this was ancient peoples, all right? They didn't have like perspective and other things when they used for paintings. Oh goodness, don't judge the ancient people, Eli.
I'm judging medieval dog art in my mind right now, guys. Just so you know, everybody should go Google medieval paintings of dogs and cats.
Anyway. So this is that form, that sort of artsy, performative. This is what I would have written if I was born back then. So, it's that. I cannot read it.
Okay.
But I can assure you that whatever is here, you know how we'd like to have our titles be like short and succinct, like Cat's Grace or other things.
Yeah.
They didn't do that then at all. I guarantee you this title is like 2 or 3 sentences.
Okay.
Like the grand haberdashing of the lowly sultan and kitten, they're all like this. It's just extravagant nonsense, and it's gorgeous. So, I don't know if that answered your question. She hands it back to you.
You know, not really, but that's okay. At least gave me more insight than I had.
Oh, I suppose maybe I should see if I know what it is too. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. See.
Might be helpful.
Detect magic. I'm not going to boop because I don't want to. Nope. She flips through it, ends up doing the same like thing like you were kind of doing earlier.
Yeah.
She goes, no idea, honestly. I wonder if maybe there's a trick to it. Maybe there's a command word. Just start saying things in Tertian. Broccoli.
I say the word that was on the box, and that I forget what it was, but that basically means like the useless sleep thing.
Okay, you say that. You can feel this like there's the
Yanahin.
slightest. Yes, Yanahin. You feel the slightest like there's like a breath that comes off of it. There's just like this very faint air. a whisper, and all of a sudden the lantern snuffs out. Ow. Rahala jumps. Did you do that on purpose?
Yes, of course, just to scare you.
So annoying. I'm so mad that I work for you right now. I could have peed. I was so focused, it scared the hell out of me.
I look at the book.
She's like going over to the lamp, and now when you look in the book, you see written in an artful silvery scrawl. There is writing in Tertian, and it says, "What was lost must be returned.
Okay.
Reach further, past your fears, and take what was once yours."
Okay. Wonderful. It's telling me to reach into the book or into the box and take something. That's great. I love that. So here for that.
I mean,
And then the
that's
book
an
bites you.
interpretation.
It's the interpretation I'm taking away from it.
You know, Valhalla's over there like, this wasn't even a spell. How did you do that? Did you blow that far?
No, Rahul, it's the book. It has words now.
Wait, so you didn't... Oh, wait, what? And she comes over and will look at it. Oh. Oh, it's dark now. Okay. Why didn't you think of that?
Yeah, why didn't I?
Hey, don't look at me like that. I may be academy educated, but you're darkness man. Right? You should be drenching everything in darkness to see if it does something. Don't, please. Please don't, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
So okay.
Don't like what it says, though.
Yeah, no, me either. But I'm still gonna do it.
Okay.
Whew.
So you do reach into the box. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah. But now, instead of just aimlessly reaching in the box, I'm thinking about reclaiming something that's mine.
Okay. So you reach in. You're keeping this in mind, kind of like you did with the padlock. You reach in. Again, you can feel the sides of it. This kind of like silky, smooth, very nice cloth. Your fingers do graze the bottom, and you feel whatever the hell that, like, is something. It's light and thin and like spindly. That's probably it. You don't feel anything else down there. It's whatever that is.
Okay. It's light. And
It's
thin
whatever
and
that is.
spindly.
All that pops in your head is like it's like a tangle of hair, or fucking like it's like it's hard to explain. It's just ugh.
It's the toilet ghost. Great.
But it's but then as you like trying to get braver and braver and like actually like kind of touching it a bit more, whatever it is like, yeah, it's spindly, but it's not like. It's like frazzled. It doesn't have like a bunch of strands. Not in the way hair does. It almost feels more like leather. Like a very thin, like almost like shoestring type leather strip that's been like tied, or it's hard to make out the shape of it, but you can definitely feel it. It's like this thin. It feels rather fragile, actually. I mean, other than like fragile, it feels like very thin. Like if you took it out, you could probably like pull at it and rip it because it's just not a lot of material.
Mm-hmm.
But, well, there's quite a bit of it. It's like kind of passing it over itself and whatnot. It's dry for sure, whatever it is, but there's a good amount of it. Okay, you try to grab it and pull it out.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you do, as you take this into your hand, thinking like trying to reclaim something you lost, Eli, you are hit with the most intense wave of revulsion and fear. Whatever that is, you really don't know what it is. And honestly, at this point, it's hard to care, I imagine. Whatever that's going to bring you is something you desperately do not want. It feels like some part of you that has been dormant, totally cool with everything, just woke up and it's like losing its fucking mind. It's almost like if you had like, if there's like a person that was always around, maybe in like a friend group like that, like you have different circles of friends, and sometimes there's members of those other circles that you don't know as well, but you're acquainted, they're cool. It'd be like if the calmest person who never said anything, it's like that moment when something happens that you think is innocuous and they lose their fucking mind and you're like, oh, they're a real person.
Okay.
I feel like that touched something. It's like that, but it's in your own head. The person freaking out is you. Just a part of you that you didn't know was there.
Okay.
So, in order to try to retrieve this, I do need a will save.
All right. Let's go will save.
At least it's probably your best save, right?
Fortitude is actually my best save.
Really?
I have feats to boost my fortitude.
Okay,
Yeah,
fair
there's a feat
enough.
for it.
Okay.
Please roll.
Yeah, I'll roll luck. There you go. 17.
Okay. 17. 17. How you feel about a 17? You feel like that probably should do it?
No, I'm gonna use my stupid reroll that I really don't want to use, but I'm gonna use my reroll.
That's perfectly fine. I wasn't even trying to bait. You know what? It's funny. Most of the time when you use them, I'm not even trying to bait them out. You just have your own timing on how it goes. All right, let's see if it's better.
It's worse. 91.
At least that's a tie.
I'm not.
Well, you take the highest, so
yeah, no.
But that's just the most Dave thing to fucking happen.
Yep. I use my freaking reroll that I've been saving this whole time, and it's a 1.
Yep. So, with a 17, Eli, you go from curious, mostly perfectly fine, to maybe a little shaken as you're like shoving this thing around because you were already creeped out earlier. Now it's like, fuck, I actually have to grab this. And, oh god, what if it's alive? Like you're just having all those like your imagination running wild. To this, that weird sense of like do not want starts to set in, and you go from shaken to frightened, and it's taking everything in you not to panic. Like, throw this fucking box out the window. Like, throw the glove that you got on your hand with it. Move to a different inn and never fucking look at that again and refuse to talk about it. It's like, it is taking everything in you not to just abandon this and shut it and lock it away forever. Barely managed to hold on enough. You unfortunately failed to retrieve the item, but you didn't fail by enough that you go panicked and have a much more intense reaction. You are frightened. The question is, do you leave it for now, or say, fuck it, we ball, and you try it again? It's up to you.
If there's only somebody nearby that could help people on, like, saving throws. Crazy.
You're still doing a ritual. You're singing. You're metal screaming in the woods right now.
I know.
Yeah, he's over here just like the trauma. What do you imagine Sam is out there singing right now at the top of his lungs?
It's not what he's singing. It's what he's thinking about. He is really like, why is that leaf? Like, he's found a weird mutation in one of the leaves on the trees where it's like twinned almost. Like, they're normal, like ovalesque ones. Well, it comes out, but it's like a weird heart shape almost, where it's like branched weird, like almost like if he were like splitting, you know. So he's trying to figure out why it looks like that when none of the other leaves look like that. Yeah,
Perfectly calm.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so I think with a mix of being dangerously curious and resilient as my features and traits could tell me that I have. I think that and I do have the toughness feat. Granted, those are usually physical traits, but I think just being tough, being whatever, going through all this stuff. I'm gonna give it one more, the good old college heave ho, and give it one more try.
Okay. I accept that argument as well. So, I'm gonna give you a +2 on this one.
Okay.
Basically to oh, hold on a second. I do need to change that, because there are no rerolls in the pool currently, which means we gotta switch out Fortunate Fate instead of Yanshi's Blessing. Okay, anyway. Because with the things you just named there, Dave, I'm gonna give you that +2, because it's kind of that like doubling down, gritting your teeth, and just like going for a thing when you're absolutely terrified, but it's like that last push usually is pretty strong, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot harder to like back off and then come back later knowing how bad it could be. So your next will save is with a +2.
All right. Let's see. 17 again, but I'm gonna roll luck.
Probably should.
20 total. 20
Okay.
total.
Okay. A total of 20. How you feeling about the 20?
I mean, it's better than a 17. It was the number I was hoping to at least clear. Honestly,
Okay.
it was 20 was what I was hoping to clear, so.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, yeah, you got your damn Fortunate Fate back. There you go. Oh wait, now I gotta change it back again, because I like to do dumb things and make shit more expensive. Anyway, so here you go. All right. Cool. So with a total of 20, you grit your teeth. I don't like. Well, first, actually, give us a description of how that first attempt went.
Okay, so yeah,
What do we
Eli's
see?
got his arm in there, and it's just like, he's kind of digging around and has that feeling, has that grip, that like you said, that sudden realization, that sudden feeling of like, oh, this is not necessarily a thing I want. This is, whatever. And it's kind of that like jumping back, almost like when you touch something that you didn't realize was hot. And it's just that kind of like step back and like looks at the box and very much has that moment of like straightens his clothes, like his normal professional manner comes back in, but you can see he's like visibly shaking. He's like overdoing it. And then it's just like, I got it. I got to do it. It's got to be now. And so then I just like stick my hand back in there and really just go to grab this thing again and pull it out.
Yep. Okay. So you reach back in, make contact with this thing again, and it's just, again, as described before, you just don't. There's so little of you that is okay with this. It's just that's the last part of you that can do this is making this attempt. And it seems to pay off. Maybe. You do get what seems to be at the bottom of this box. Pull out what seems to be this like lattice of like woven together, desiccated something. It's honestly difficult to figure out what the hell it is. Like, you examine it a little bit, it has like almost like a spicy type of scent coming off of it, and old, that's kind of like dust and like old books type of smell comes off of it. You're looking at it there for a little while, and then all at once it hits you. It's like a flood comes back into your mind. It feels not unlike when hidden knowledge wears off and something you hid comes back to you, but significantly more intense. Many things happen here. First, there are a few lies that you've been told that are undone. To your knowledge, you were found by some group of slavers or whatever in Vungia, alone as a very young child or a baby even, and eventually taken into your master's house. But you remember something that is very contrary to this. You remember being quite small, and you remember the landscape. It wasn't raining there. It wasn't Gurga. There's not this many trees. The trees don't look like this in Gurga. These are strange, like these like long, thin, like striated bark, and these big broad, these like large broad leaves on these trees, varying sizes. They seem to split and shut out at different directions. They grow so much differently. The weather was different. It was quite humid, but it wasn't constantly raining like it is here. It was hot. It was often hot. But there were a lot of people there. And you remember seeing a lot of faces. So they were familiar to you. You don't recall their names. Maybe you were just too young. You just remember some of their smiles, some of their voices, and you now recall seeing them lifeless, strewn about this clearing with several, small, well-made little cottages and houses and things. This was a settlement. You were here. You lived here for a long while. Maybe as long as you were born. And you see the corpses of these people that you vaguely recall, some more than others. You see kicked open doors, some doors torn completely off of the homes. And you remember screaming as someone is pulling you away from someone's arms. Violently. See a boot sails past, skims your face, actually cuts open your cheek as it slams into the person who's trying to pull you away. The woman's voice, animalistic screaming. You hear a loud pop, this dull roar rising, a bunch of people screaming, and all of a sudden, this like flash of heat past you. Shouts in Tertian. What was that word they were screaming? There's a lot going on. There's a whole lot going on. Molly, stop. But you remember being pulled away. You remember turning and reaching back. You reach back towards your parents. You see them. You see their faces. You remember them. They weren't lost before you saw, like, you met them. They raised you up to whatever age. You don't know. You had birthdays, but God, it's so fuzzy, but it's all flooding back at once. You were torn from your mother's arms, and as you look at her, she's awash in some bright golden light. You, funny enough, recall now, like, your father, maybe he was from the north or something, much more fair skin, dark hair, but your mother was more the traditional image of a Tertian, darker skin, the golden hair, the golden eyes. But this is different. They were screaming Hisad. That's what they were yelling. But for all of that, you never made it back to her arms. The rest of it is screams and blood and pain and being thrown around, grappled, pushed into spots, trying to fight your way out, and eventually a boot probably hits your head, everything gets fuzzy, and then there's another impact and it goes dark. So fun.
So
Your
fun.
origin is worse than you thought. Always gotta love that.
Always.
But also, you remember a few other things. You start to realize what it is you're actually holding in your hand. You get little bits and pieces of it. That fucking cane. You really don't want to remember that goddamn cane hitting your hands. But you do. That part, you didn't ever forget that, obviously. That was probably intentional. It was just the way that fucking thing was made. Like, it was like green wood, so it had like this fucking snap to it. It was probably a horrible walking stick, other than that he was so light and frail that it would work for him. But the way that it would swing, it would like wrap around your arms and create these big, horrible welts, often stripping skin off of you, much like a whip would. And he would collect that skin.
Hate that.
Yeah. In these long strips that were tied together into a lattice that you're now holding. Every scar on your hands, on your arms, is woven together into this... What do you even call that? This macabre effigy crafted probably to house these memories of you being ripped away, and holy fuck, you see his face too. You weren't at an auction, you were being dragged away from these trees you remember, down a trail you were told not to go down, back out into the open. You can see some city walls in the distance. There's a lot of people out here. A lot of soldiers, like dudes in armor. Some of them are dragging bodies. They're being told to drop them. It's dead weight. Let it the fuck go. Yeah, you get dragged to some camp, and that's him. You're looking at your master. He's not in armor. He's a bit younger than you recall seeing him. But he was there. There was no auction. He was a part of your abduction. So that's new. Huh. Flood stops for a moment. Almost like it's intentionally like you get a breather for a second. You realize you weren't breathing. You don't know for how long. But it's like it kind of lets you go for a moment. You're just kind of sitting with these things. Unconsciously, the effigy falls from your hand, kind of down on top of like the ledge of the box. You can feel now that Rahala's got her hand on your shoulder. Are you still with me?
I turn. I said, look. And it's that 1,000-yard stare for a minute, just looking right through her. And it's just like, more here than I was. And it's just, just the involuntary tears. Because, of course, that much just trauma and info and stuff just pounding in your head just can't, it's just... eaten more than I thought I did.
Maybe you should sit down.
Yeah, sure. I just sit on the floor. I don't find a chair. I just sit straight on the floor. Just,
like, pulls a chair over, sees you flop down, and she just sits in the chair.
Yeah.
You want to talk about it? You don't have to. You don't feel pressured.
I don't even know where to start. I don't even know how to start. It's so much worse than I thought it was. It'd be comical if it wasn't so bugger and awful.
Mm. I'm sorry. Whatever it is, I'm really sorry you had to go through it.
Yeah, me too. Doing that thing where I'm just like breathe, but like I'm gripping, like my hands are kind of on my knees. I'm just gripping like white knuckle tight. Because it's that, I don't know if anybody's ever had a moment where you really want your best person to shine through. You really don't want to just absolutely decide that you truly hate someone else with all of your being. There's no good that's ever going to come from that. You understand that. Like on a, on a logical level, you're like, look, there's no good that can come from this level of hatred. But at the same time, some people, man, some people just are this way that the things they do are so awful that you're like, I don't know how I could not just like absolutely hate this person. And it's that same just inner fight that's going on right now. And it's written very clearly on his face. He's not, there's no deception, there's no poker face, there's nothing. It's just as much as he can, you know, have expression is having it.
Very fair. For her part, Rahala just is kind of sitting there, kind of letting you sort of feel this out. And then after a little bit of time passes, she eventually gets out of the chair and just sits next to you. Doesn't like jostle or anything, just kind of sits there.
Can't have been the only one.
Yeah.
Somehow that makes it worse, not better. It's supposed to be better when you have other people who can share your hardships, but that makes this worse.
So you learn something about yourself then.
Yeah, yeah.
Wouldn't have been good news, could it?
Never seems to be. Realistically, I don't know that it changes. Like, I'm still the same me. Just because some of the formative things were lies or changed or different, it doesn't change the experiences I had. It doesn't change what I went through. It doesn't change who I'm trying to be now. All it does is make me so freaking angry. It's just that, like, again, we've heard Eli cuss maybe twice in the 200 something episodes we've done of this, and it's this that like shutdown of that. Just like wants to, but he can't like overcome that mental hurdle.
You're definitely allowed to be that angry, of course. It's one of those ruses that terrible people tell us, is that all good people have to be above these sorts of things. They're banking on that. You're allowed to be pissed and hold grudges. Just, you have to stay ahead of them, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's kind of like gripping, just got his own hands, gripping his own hands, just trying to like reduce that feeling, that weird ache, that weird like connection to this effigy that is inside his own hands, just trying to like almost like cut that feeling off. It's like, no, it's mm, oh, I wish I murdered that son of.
Mate, maybe, I don't know. I don't feel like I should be trying to put things in perspective right now. It seems like you really have a good reason to be that upset. Do you want a hug?
Yes, but
From Sam.
I'd like to stand up. Just because I'm sitting on the floor.
Oh, yes. Sitting while hugging would be scandalous, wouldn't it? He just stands up. The pseudo-Jiruption just leans over and gives you a nice, firm hug.
Yeah. Thank you, Rob.
Of course. Sort of like holds you out, like hands on the shoulders. Just be a good person, Eli. Doesn't mean you can't think bad things. Doesn't mean you can't do bad things. Occasionally. I think we both know you'll try to right them. If you do want to vent any of these things, just to have someone to talk to, you can talk to me. I know I'm a blabbermouth, but if you really ask me to keep something in confidence, I will.
I appreciate that. Yeah. We'll see. See how the day takes me at this point. I'm still glad I did this. But I'm also beyond pissed. And I'm more pissed about the fact that all I can do right now is think about how useless being pissed is. Doesn't get me anywhere, doesn't help me. It's not a useful emotion in this moment, but it doesn't mean it's not necessary, like you said.
Mm-hmm. Well, what usually helps? I mean, I know it's bloody early in the morning, but some things are still open. You know, reading helps, or walking. Go find some minor mystery to solve, get your mind off of it for a bit.
No, I think I'm just gonna take a lap around and maybe try and get something to eat.
Okay. That's just fine. I'll probably be here, unless you need buddy system stuff. And
I don't think I'm
run
going to
too
leave the
fast.
hotel, so
Okay.
I think we'll be fine.
Okay. I'll sit here and make sure it goes nowhere. I'm not going to reach into it, and I know you can trust me to do that because I'm a coward.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. I'll be back. Just kind of like rolls his shoulders, kind of grab my hands, squeezing in, and just go off and try and find a snack of some kind in the hotel somewhere.
You're taking a excuse me, a small, like, kind of away from it a little bit. You taking a walk, getting something to eat. I imagine like he's trying to kind of not think about it, but like the back of his mind still just sort of like, why? What does this mean? You know, kind of trying to figure out the why of it rather than just the anger.
Yeah, very much trying to puzzle piece right now.
So it's gonna seem weird, but I need a will save.
Ooh, okay. All right, let's go.
Do you give in to the anger instead?
Oh, yeah, there we go.
That's a high one.
So 19 on the die, so I'll take that.
So yeah, you get down there, somebody feeds you something like, you know, bready and buttery and delicious.
And that always helps my will save.
Right? You know, you get like something kind of warm and then spicy to drink, and just kind of that, like, they can tell that, you know, you're kind of wound up or whatever, probably didn't get very good sleep, that kind of deal. And it's like, okay, this might help, you know, relax you a bit, might help you get some rest. And it does kind of dull the stinging, intense parts of it a little bit, like, you know, give you something to set, like, yeah, loosen the muscles a bit as you're walking around, maybe pacing even in like the dining area. And part of you kind of runs back that last little second there when like it kind of fell out of your hand and you were just sort of processing what was going on, and it kind of gave you this breather, like maybe unconsciously you knew, or the magic realized that you were only going to be able to take so much. You processed this as maybe not a mercy, but like Maybe a mercy, maybe it was being practical. You can't take all this at once. That's how you originally thought of it, but you fought against illusions and enchantments and things enough that you realized there was a lie in that as well. Didn't let you off the hook, pushed you away. There's more to be drawn from that. But you saw only what it was like, okay, this is what I want you to see. Mm-hmm. This is what is made available, but not everything it has.
Of course, you gotta go in for more. It's never just enough, is it? Okay. Kind of like pop my neck, roll my shoulders, march back into that room.
Okay. So you go back in, you see Rahala's sitting over there by the book and the box, kind of eyeing the tea. March back in, she's like, so, did it help?
Well, there's more. I've got to get more, I guess. Go back in for more punishment or more revelation, whatever. The same thing.
Okay, I'm not going to tell you not to, but maybe you should get some sleep first. How long have you been awake?
Time, I don't know. I slept to open the box.
Slept to open the box?
Yeah, so I slept recently.
Okay, but if you slept like 45 minutes, that's not really the same, right? Don't you think maybe you should approach this with all your faculties, everything ready, right?
Probably, yeah.
You're telling me you're not going to do that, aren't you?
That is essentially what I'm saying, yes, unfortunately.
I have a feeling if I open that little store where I give out solicited advice, right, and it's all good, I'm going to hear so many stories about people not listening to me, not following it. I could have a 100% success rate of people following my advice, and there'd be so many who just don't do it anyway.
Yeah, you're right.
This is a life lesson in that, learning to accept that sometimes you just have to let people do what they want, they feel they need to do. Right, wrong, or indifferent. Okay. She gets up, frees up the seat. But at least sit in the chair.
Yeah. I sit down, I sit in the chair, I take my gloves off. Okay, one more barrier down there. I can do this.
Reach out and grab it.
Yep.
Okay. You pick it up. Obviously, there's just the natural revulsion to this. And, of course, there's part of your mind that is like, maybe doesn't want whatever this is that it has. But that's... It's not like it was before, where it was like every part of you screaming to get away like you were walking into a furnace, right?
Right.
This is more... Just have apprehension, right? This is just uncertainty. A little bit of fear, and concern that maybe there is something in here, but it's not like part of you knows what it is and is fighting it. It's different now. What's also different, it doesn't seem to just release this to you. You almost have to try to call it out. Which is a caster level check.
Cool. Okay. Let's see. There we go. My caster level check right there. Ooh. I'm gonna roll luck on that too, I guess. 21.
21.
Been using so much of our luck.
So much, yes. Yes, I have.
Yep, you get down to 30.
Who's we?
So you start to try to draw out whatever is in this. there's not like a specific spell you can call on. It's more like you're trying to like feel this sort of resonance of like what it is of you and that other part of you, the magic inside of your blood, trying to sort of reach the same sort of frequency where it just naturally will flow to you, which is tough. You spend a few minutes on this. Obviously very tired, occasionally it's like, even with your eyes closed, like you can feel that it's like a grit under them, like the sleep of the Sandman is taxing you there. But you continue, for as long as you can, and maybe Rahal is right. Maybe you're way too tired for this. As you're setting it down, it clicks that you did draw something from it. It just kind of slid into place. You didn't even really notice it until you kind of roll back your thoughts a little bit, just sort of thinking about the situation you just dealt with. You drew a piece of information that you found when you were under the stairs. When one of the times you'd kind of snuck out, you weren't really supposed to be out. Curfew was there. There were guests over. Sometimes you're used as, whenever there was no like people around, you get used as a servant. When there were, you wouldn't be out. It'd be like Volga and a couple of the others.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going on, but holy shit, you can only take so many days of not getting adequate food. Eventually, you're just gonna risk it, literally for the biscuit, right? You gotta get out there and grab something. If you can get up the stairs slowly and quietly, pacing yourself, waiting for the moments that they laugh or talk about loud or get distracted into something, and they won't hear the slight creak of the wood. Okay, slight's an understatement. The devastatingly, alarmingly loud creak of the stairs that makes you think they're going to fall through, and you will die in the middle of them in a pile of broken wood. But you haven't yet, and if you step on the inner part, it's closer to the wall. It's like a better support. Anyway, but they won't hear it because there's like walls between you and shit, and they're being loud. So it's like an agonizing climb up these stairs. Normally you wouldn't. I don't know if you'd call walking up a staircase a climb, but at your pace, it definitely is. But finally, you get to the top of them. And, if you can wait another moment, you know how to jimmy this damn door open without it creaking too loud. And because he barely fucking feeds you, you're pretty skinny. So you just need to, like, the depth of your body is all that you have. All you have to get out of there. Just how thick are you from tip of ribs to back of ribs? Right. Doesn't take much space. So you can slide out just before it would open enough to be loud. And if you can do that, you just have to get past the dining room, which is the hard part, and into the kitchen. And there's always like some rolls or something in there, right? There's a reason your favorite food is bread.
Yep.
So you finally, God, it feels like it takes 2 hours. You finally get to the top of the stairs, get it halfway out the door, and you remember hearing your master speaking in a somewhat hushed voice. And whatever he was speaking wasn't in Tertian. It was... You don't know. You don't know that language. You don't know why you understood it, but you did. You almost got the sense like something at your feet nearby was whispering translation. It seemed to like travel up your bones into your ears. In fact, now that you recall it, it's the same voice you've heard Aldwin use in the few times you've crossed over and actually heard him.
Of course it is.
You hear your master saying, a few of the pieces are in place. It is a very long job. First in Vungia, second still in Vungia, third here, fourth here. We are at fifth, and then soon I will have very little control over what happens after. Another voice you don't recognize speaks in the same language. Says, but you do have control now. You can orchestrate, guide this. You are prepared. And you hear a bit of a laugh from your master. Says, of course. I've been working on this since long before we executed it. Long before I set foot on the shores of Vungia. Long before that fucking village burned. We are ready. Me more than most. You concern yourselves with your part. Because once I am gone, it will be up to you to make certain that when the final stages occur, all things are prepared. Then you hear a woman's voice say, someone is listening. And you hear a chair scrape. And someone, definitely your master, stand up and start very aggressively towards where you are. You race back down the stairs, because at this point you know you're caught. There's not even really a strategy. There's no, like... There's not, like, a safe place. You're just like, fuck, I don't want to be on the stairs, I guess.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
in a port, any port in a storm kind of deal. And then, like, from there you... Yeah, none of the rest of that's new. You remember getting caught, you know, going out and trying to grab bread a couple of times. Sometimes you succeeded. But, yeah, that happened, but that conversation was gone before. Or different. Like, they're talking about curry or something. But no, there was much more to it that time. And then the cane. And now you know what he did with the skin. Yay.
Yay.
That's all you get out of it before you're too exhausted. When you come out of it that time, you see the room's a little different. It's actually... Oh, shit. Sun's up. And also, there is a plate in front of you that has another one of whatever the bread was you grabbed downstairs. Apparently, Rahala was able to go get it and come back in that time. She goes, you sort of went, looked like you fell asleep for a bit there, so you didn't poof, so I figured I had time to get you something.
That's good. Yeah, no, well, if that was sleep, it certainly wasn't rest.
No. Well, look, they can't... Never mind.
Why did he make this?
I don't know what you're seeing, but looking at the weird effigy,
Yeah.
I would say anyone who makes that is a sick and depraved person. So that might be the reason.
But it's got... Did he lock the memories in there, or did I? He was planning something. He was preparing for something. Setting this up so that it came into place and it clicked. It's got to be part of the plan. Trying not to play into whatever weird game he's been playing all these years. But also trying to find out the truth is hard.
Okay. It's probably sensible. if there's like pieces coming together. I'm not going to pry. Maybe you're not even ready to put it together yet, but I mean, I'll help however I can. If you just want me to bring you bread and water, maybe a stiff drink every once in a while you do this. Seems like you might need some support. But please, Eli, please get some rest first.
Yeah, rest. I definitely need some rest.
I can help. I can play you a song, a little lullaby. It's helped everyone I've ever done it for.
Yeah, I'll get some sleep. Putting that thing somewhere else. And I move the effigy to like a different area, like kind of like locked away, but not, actually locked away, but like so that it's not near me, so that that's not going to infect my like dreams, hopefully.
Do you put it back in the box?
I don't put it back in the box because I don't want to have to get it back out of the box. I don't trust that I can do that necessarily.
Okay.
So I'm gonna place it in another receptacle of some kind, but just somewhere to keep it isolated and out of the way.
Fair enough. Okay. And you'll go and try to get some sleep.
Yeah.
Let's see. So yeah, Rahala will take a seat kind of next to where you're sitting. Takes out her what fucking instrument she had. I think she has a lyre. Yeah. Nope, harp. Okay, she has a harp. At least that's what's on her sheet. I might have said the wrong shit earlier, but she has a harp now.
Yeah, there you go.
So she'll take out a harp, or go and grab. She doesn't like pull it out of her pocket. She just goes and grabs it.
Harp, pocket harp.
Not like a big full size one, whatever the smaller ones are called. And she starts to, before she starts to play it, she's like, "All right, now don't try to be a tough guy and fight falling asleep. Okay, you need the rest."
Yeah.
Okay. And she'll start to play very soft melody, and she seems to like hum along with it. And there is a really soothing quality to her voice. You haven't ever heard her like sing or anything like that before. She's like acted and like maybe done like a couple of like just a few notes and that kind of thing. And she's not really singing now, but something about this, maybe the scenario, maybe the music combined with it is like it's really, really soothing. There is a will save. You may choose to fail, or you can roll against it and be like, no, I'm not doing it. It's up to you.
No, I will choose to fail. I will fall asleep. That's fine.
Okay. Yep. You very quickly, like, it's like you lay down and you almost have that sense like you sink into your bed a bit, but instead of being that like panic moment, it's very gradual and like you kind of rest. You like come to a rest to the point where you're just surrounded by comfort and finally get to sleep. More trauma. Woo, yeah.
Yeah.
Woo, yes.
That's what everybody wanted.
Yeah, aren't you guys supposed to be resolving your traumas at the end? Like, you're at, like, the end of the story. No. So, don't worry. It's going somewhere. All right, cool. Box is open. Okay. Yeah, we lost frames.
Yeah, we dropped just for a second there.
It stopped, though. No, it didn't.
Good.
It's still going up.
Oh, no.
Now it stopped. It's like, it always drops like 96 on the dot. It's so weird. Okay. But anyway, you get through that. One of the other things you're going to learn, by the way, is what that box is. That will come to you as you're resting, and then like as you when you get up, it kind of like clicks in your head what it is. It is called a memory box.
Okay.
There's like a whole physical description, but mine is different than that. Opening the box requires 1 minute and a successful D22 or DC 22 intelligence check, which can be attempted only once per day. The box opens into a non-dimensional space, like a bag of holding, that can contain up to 2 cubic feet or 20 pounds of material. Even when the box is filled, its weight remains negligible. A memory box can store more than just material. Once per day, if the user speaks a command word when the box is open, she can recount one piece of knowledge she possesses to remove that knowledge from her mind as repress memory and store it in the box. If the user speaks a command word when the box is closed and then opens it within 1 minute, she can mentally review any of her memories that are stored in the box and permanently erase or instantly restore any that she wishes. Memories stored in the box can't be restored by any other means. Once she closes the box, the user retains the knowledge that the box contains stored memories. So you know that it still has the memories in it, even though you don't know what's in them.
Okay.
A creature that has 1 or more memories stored in the box gains a plus 12 circumstance bonus on the intelligence check required to reopen it.
Okay.
Thus why you got a plus 12.
That makes sense.
Yeah. The user can't review stored memories that belong to someone else. Memories that are erased from the box can be restored to their owner only by break enchantment, psychic surgery, limited wish, miracle, or wish. A memory box can contain up to 12 memories at a time. Storing a new memory when the box is already at its full capacity causes the oldest memory to be erased, regardless of whose memory it is.
Okay.
That's a memory box. Obviously, this one has a few little tweaks to it that go beyond its normal thing there. But that is, at its core, what you're dealing with.
That's pretty rad.
Yeah.
Huh.
So yeah, that's why the fucking puzzle was so ridiculous. It was like a DC 22 fucking intelligence.
Yeah,
check.
that's
Crazy.
high.
Yeah.
It's real high.
But yeah, neat. So, that happens. Lamia, you go to the library.
I hope Eli has a good night of sleep.
You hope. So for your library trip, go ahead and give me another linguistics +2.
All right, let's see if I can finish this book and then try and study from a different Kassir book to get more potential Kassiri. There you are. I am not going to modify that. It's too low.
Yeah, just an 11 today. Yeah, maybe you're a little bit worried about Eli. Maybe you're a little bit nervous about the potential ritual upcoming where... Oh god, that's really soon, isn't it? Yeah. Maybe you're a little nervous. But either way, you're distracted and unfortunately don't make any progress today.
Yeah.
Cool.
And of course, around the normal time, I'll head out and go to back to the inn.
Mm-hmm. Well, seeing as Sam is gone for 24 hours, and you guys have passed some of that, then Eli sleeps and that kind of stuff. Anything else you're doing in the meantime? Probably go to Lamia first, since you don't actually sleep.
I will spend my blood point for that day.
Mm-hmm.
I'll ask for Hala. Hey, what do you need? Any help getting back to Yovaine's house, or do you already have the platinum thing, or did Red come to you and just take it?
No, I did run into Red though. I forgot to tell anyone because she didn't kill me. So, she did pop up in the bath. I think she thinks it's funny or something. I told her that something is in the works, that she's going to be very happy with it, but it is going to take a few days. And, I gave her a little sneak peek on what it is, and she was alright with waiting. However, don't tell Eli this. He's kind of going through something, and I don't want him to be any more stressed than he is. If it doesn't turn up, if it turns out that this item isn't what I said it is, it's going to be. But if it weren't, then she was going to take both of his legs, and not just one.
Oh. Yeah, I don't think we need to share that with Eli.
No, especially because, like, we're not going to just let her take his legs. I mean, we would, like, ask her not to, at least.
Yeah, we would definitely do that. And you know what? We could even try and find... Actually, Rahala, since we have to wait until Eli wakes up and Sam gets back, why don't we go round, see if we find anything fun that Red may like, and we could be like, here, it's not a substitute, it's an addition. It's interest.
Yeah, we could sweeten the pot for sure. Yeah, of course. I would love to. There's only one issue. I have been awake for about 46 hours, I think.
Oh Lord, I'm so sorry. Please go to sleep.
I think I have to. I don't remember coming downstairs, to be honest with you. Eli's having a rough time, so I sang him to sleep, because I don't know that he would have gone otherwise. And I'm pretty sure I got up and came down here. Please tell me I'm wearing pants. She's not. She's in a dress.
Yeah, that's what I was like. No, you still have your normal dress.
Okay, the whole thing.
Lamia walks around her. Yeah, I don't see anything missing.
Okay. She's not wearing shoes, though.
I mean, that doesn't really, like, compute to me because Rahala's been in the hotel the entire time, so she could have just taken off her shoes.
In the inn. Yeah.
Or,
I'm
you know what I
assuming you guys
mean.
are downstairs, so normally you would have your shoes on because you're in a public space, but yeah. But yeah, she's missing her shoes, that's it. Okay, good. I'm gonna go to sleep. If you could, if you go do something else, just check back in 7 or so hours. Make sure Eli's doing okay.
I'll do my best. Time is a little hard for me to keep track of, but I'll do my best.
Okay. Just, yeah, do your best. I think that's fine.
Go to sleep, Rahala.
I have to.
I'll help you get up there safely.
No, I can... Listen.
Do you want me to carry you?
Would you?
I would. There we go.
Please.
Okay. Lamia will carry Rahala upstairs.
She's
Very princess style.
She's pretty easy to carry. Cool. So you get her upstairs, get her over to where she's going to go to sleep, and she just kind of flops. It is absolutely useless. Then you head back out.
Before I head back out, since my idea of getting Rahala to help me get something for Red didn't work, I'm gonna see if Kotega is in the her normal room, and see if she'll come on me with a potential shopping trip of
Phrasing.
Come with me.
Are
You
we
didn't say
not doing
with.
phrasing anymore?
I did say with.
You said on.
No.
Yes.
If
Now,
I
look,
did,
the video ain't muted this time. Okay. Yeah.
I didn't hear it, but I mean, you know.
Then maybe she can help me find something. And also, I still need to go to the bank and then come out and be able to spend that money.
All right.
So is Kotega in the room?
You go knock. You just go over there and knock. Casimir opens the door.
Oh, okay.
Morning. What's up?
Oh, that's why. Okay, sorry. I was like, I just realized I hadn't been hearing the stream, and it's because it froze.
Oh yeah, because it froze earlier, so you might have to refresh if it.
Yeah, I just refreshed. Okay. Um, yeah, morning. I just came to see if weren't you having to get things busy? I mean, ready for the.
The ritual, yeah. You know what time it is, right?
No.
Okay, well, it's really early.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I haven't gotten up to go do more of that today. It's just about done, though. Um, if you need, I mean, we could probably do it today, maybe late. If you want everyone to be there, though, I don't know if they needed a heads up or something, so I figured it would be tomorrow.
You know what? It might be a nice surprise if it works. We could do it today. Eli's kind of out of it, and Sam is still doing his ritual with Sheerhawk.
Yeah, so wouldn't tomorrow be better? Do you just not want them there?
Well, no, I think it'd be a nice surprise of, oh, Lamia's alive. Yay.
I mean, yeah. No, there's kind of a lot. Um, there's a whole. It's not just like a person waves their hands and pokes you on the head and like wiggles their fingers and sees if you sneeze or something. There's like a whole to do. There's like a naming ceremony, and it apparently helps to have people close to you there.
Oh, okay. Well,
Honestly,
then I guess we'll.
Ideally, if we could have your family here, which I know we can't, but like that would actually help.
Well, I guess we'll do it tomorrow. Um, yeah, it's more than days of travel to Delhi, so you're right. They wouldn't be able to come here in time.
Probably not. Not if you only have a week and a half. At max. No, it would take longer than that. So we'll have to make do with us.
And hopefully that'll be more than appropriate.
Look, I'm really not good at getting back to sleep once I woke up, so
Oh.
No, if you apologize, I'm gonna throw something at you. If
Lamia goes in a little bit like, okay, what's the closest, sharpest thing? Oh, I'm fine. But then she's like, okay, yes.
okay,
You were saying something, I'm sorry.
I was gonna hit your elbow with the door, just bam, slamming it. See, I'm resourceful. If you were gonna do something today and you want some company, I can tag along for a little bit. I'm not due to go meet with anyone else till noon.
Okay. Well, I was gonna go to the bank to get my portion, and then I wanted to get a gift for someone that we had met in the north. I'm pretty sure we did not tell you about her. We named her Red, but that isn't her actual name.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, I'll tag along. I'm like a super good gift giver.
Awesome. I do need that. I always need that kind of help.
Yeah, okay. I'll just give me a few minutes to get dressed.
Yeah, I'll be waiting for you downstairs.
Okay. Get breakfast. I need to eat. I have to eat food.
Lamia will nod.
Okay. Go away.
She does. Goes downstairs to try and
Door closed.
rattle up.
Cool. So you go downstairs, get together food and whatnot.
Something she can eat while walking, of course.
Yes. And because it's 11, we will put a pin in that for now. It sounds like we're gonna have a brief little shopping escapade. We might have more Eli trauma.
Yeah.
Woo!
Fun.
We'll finally
Trauma.
finish out that day, so Sam can come back. That's why I wasn't sure if I wanted to start with that or do it later, so that you'd like actually have something in the middle of this.
I'm good.
But yeah, we'll come back to it. And if everything went well, this episode will go up on Monday, and people will be able to know what happened. So that'll be great.
Yay.
Okay. So this, and then that's suspiciously close to a plug. So let's go to the exit screen.
Ellie once
Exit
again
screen.
got to win the snails.
Exit screen.
Well, I mean, I know we call it the snail poll because it's for when people roll ones, but you only win boops,
Yeah.
which you could eventually turn into snails. How many boops you got, Ellie? What do you mean, oh, that's cool? You've done snails, please, several times. I think only you and Snake have done it. You have 6K. Holy shit, that's enough for a snails, please.
Snails, please.
Thank you for joining us tonight, everybody.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
Never mind. Snails, please, is 50K.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like,
yes,
did that go
Plugs.
down? Yeah.
Thank you indeed for
You
joining
get
us.
5K.
If you enjoyed this, remember that the replay goes up on YouTube on Mondays. If you're watching on YouTube, do the YouTube things like subscribe, bell, and we're live on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on twitch.tv/unnatural_1s. We also have a Patreon, which is patreon.com/unnatural_1s. You can donate as low as $1 a month to get access to all of our fabulous content. It helps keep the internet on and all that good stuff. Also for free on there, I'm putting out a thing called the Competitor's Guide to help you be better at playing card games or video games or whatever thing you want to do that's competitive. Like, the first episode actually went out finally. Talks about not having results-oriented thinking, which is just good to use in your regular life too. So just, watch me ramble for 30 minutes about how to adjust your mental processes and try and think about things in a more probability-based way and a less result-oriented way. Anywho, Keegan also does stuff on Lost Initiative, and he can talk about that.
I do. And I will be doing that tomorrow on twitch.tv/Lost Initiative, where I will be running the game, probably for the last time, since this was hopefully planned out to be 5 sessions. And it looks like we're going to have Doxy for this one, so that'll be cool to get to finish this whole thing out, and see where it goes. See if they actually live, and if Doxy's character, oh my god, Denulessa gets to do her special move on anyone else, or chokes another motherfucker unconscious. That could happen. Both could happen. Porque no los dos.
Yeah, both.
But yeah, we'll be doing that tomorrow. Hopefully the series finale for Aurorum Enemy Lines